podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or
Hi,
affiliates.
this is Michael Buffer,
Enjoy.
and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
You seen what he did on Facebook, right? Listen, I'm gonna make a motherfucking emoji like this, look.
Beyonce production.
BoxingVoice.com. All the guys want. I want what Mayweather got. I want what Mayweather got. You done bust your ass like Mayweather.
It was born to fight.
My life has always been a fight. I sacrificed a lot to get to where I got to.
You don't think you're being overly critical to a guy that took a body shot and didn't go down?
There's no pressure. That's just my style. My style is to dominate. I want to get the guy. I want to stop the guy. You know, my motto is man down.
BoxingVoice.com.
Why you mad? I'm not saying the man can't take body shots. Wait for motherfucking March. We're gonna take this shit to the limit.
BoxingVoice.com. What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Boxing Voice Radio. Today is Thursdays, where we preview and predict, and we're going to talk not only this weekend's boxing, we're also going to talk about a very, very big Showtime lineup. But, you know, I guess your definition of big will come into, I guess, consideration here, because how big are these fights? Or is it just one big fight? Or even, is that a big fight? Is Gervonta Davis versus Mario Barrios a big fight? Is he going for his fourth regular title a big thing? Does this make him a four-time division champion? So much to talk about. Fury Joshua, done again, but not quite done. So, yeah, I mean, we got Andrade versus Williams to talk about. We had Liam Williams on the show earlier, so if you didn't catch our morning show, make sure you head over to theboxingvoice.com/videos or right here at youtube.com/theboxingvoice to catch up on any of our episodes. We are also on iTunes, iHeart, Spotify, TuneIn, and Stitcher. Ladies, gentlemen, what's up? No? Nobody jumping in? Michael K. What up?
Don't make me hit you with that fail. That's no way. Whoa. Yo, we left them high and dry on that one.
Yo, we did, for real.
No, and then y'all all finally talked at once. But what's
at
up?
once,
Ladies
first.
No. Ladies first. Micah K.
There you go.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited. A lot of boxing this weekend, Saturday. Just wanted to say, because I have not been, as far as with the boxing, I haven't even got a chance to watch you guys like I usually do. Listen, make sure I got to plug my channel, my predictions in this. I was literally one round off. I predicted the round 7. He knocked him out in round 6. So make sure, just tapped into the queen. While, make sure you flowing with me, make sure you paying attention, all the, the Boxing Voice family, and also with Afternoon Sports Slay as well, because listen, the queen eyes know certain things that others might not know. Now, I can be wrong at times, but I'm definitely going to be right sometimes. So I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear your take on Tony Harrison's return. Very, very good friend of the show. It's been about 2 years, I think, now since he's been back. So we'll get to that as soon as we get to the PBC on Fox. We got David Morehouse in the building. What's going on, champ?
Is that David Morehouse?
Should be.
What's happening, TVV fam? Glad to join back up with you. What's up, Micah, Ness, Mario?
Is Doomy here still? I think Doomy's here. Francis, Prayer Mantis.
Oh yeah, it's a full house right now, champ. Right now, I feel like we're Voltron and shit.
Full casa
there we go.
Full casa right now. That's the way we like it. Don't forget
Power
if you're watching
Ranger
this on
fans, will we all turn
YouTube,
into the big dinosaur?
hit that thumbs up button if you're watching this on YouTube. Go ahead and press that share button. Let's get the word out there. We got a full house, a full panel to give you guys multiple different opinions on this week's action. Let's take it right from the top now that we got our hellos and goodbyes. We're going to mix in the biggest news, right? Showtime announced their schedule, their lineup, who's going to be fighting. So based off the title, we'll go that way. Gervonta Davis, Tank from Baltimore, is going to be taking on Mario Barrios from San Antonio, trained by Virgil Hunter. Yeah, something that we've been hearing for about 60 days now, and it's finally come to fruition. Showtime announced it. Buy or sell, gentlemen, ladies, do you like this fight? I'm leading with this because I think this is the biggest fight of the announcement.
How about I just hit you with I'm buying.
Yeah, I'm buying. I like the fight. I don't. If you're gonna say it's like the biggest, like because of the star power of Davis, sure, I get that. Like biggest in terms of what I'm looking forward to the most, or what the best fight is, very different. And this is not it. But such a great fight in my opinion when you think about who is out there, right? Obviously, Tank and Ryan Garcia is a fight that we want to see, Tank and Tio, but this is a good fight. This is a fight that can happen, and this is a fight that should happen.
This is on pay-per-view, too. You know what I mean? When I say buy or sell, I really mean buy or sell. This one's on pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen. So, Micah, buy or sell?
Okay, you talking about Tank, right?
Tank
versus
Tank Barrios.
Listen, absolutely, I'm buying that. I love Tank. Tank is a beast. He is a problem. Okay, he passes once again. He passes the eye test with flying colors. I just love Tank. I love his athleticism, power in both hands, quickness, just all around. I just really like. I really like Tank.
Yeah, and for those that don't know, Erickson Lubin will be on the undercard, and he's taking on my Dominican brethren, former unified champion out of the Dominican Republic, Jeyson Rosario, common opponent with Nathan Gallimore. I believe they both faced Nathan Gallimore, and Rosario did lose to Gallimore and Jermell Charlo, who Lubin also lost to. So Showtime announced that fight, and it sounds like I think Morehouse, you're the only one left, right? Or am I mistaken here? Is Francis in the building? Yes, he is. Let me put him
Francis
on
in the
screen.
building.
Francis, what up, champ?
What's up, dog?
Man, you looking real smooth right now with the chinky eyes and everything. You feeling nice?
I'm feeling great because, how can y'all tell me? David, you go first, man. David, you go first. Don't do that to me, Alex. Don't do that to me.
The bro was over there like this.
I'm about to do my soccer, pull my shirt off, run through the stadium. Like, what do you mean, man? Let's go on. Go, David. I'm sorry.
David, did you freeze?
David is frozen like a freezer. Go for it.
David's on freeze, so I'll go. Yeah, listen, man. Definitely the biggest by far star on this whole thing right here is Gervonta Davis, man. There's no talking about it, you know what I'm saying? Being the age he is and the numbers that he pull in. And out of all the fights that you can see, man, it's pay-per-view the first one. So there's no denying that you got to buy this if you're smart. You buy this right here. You're about to see Gervonta fold a 140-pounder like a lawn chair.
Damn, like a lawn chair, champ?
Oh, my God.
You
want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, the ascension of superstardom, ascension of levels that we're about to see Canelo hopefully ascend to that next level, including to everybody. You're about to see Gervonta go to another level of superstardom with this performance over Mario Barrios. Now, I understand for a little guy going up to that weight, he's not really supposed to be out there, but he's about to show you the elite power that he has and boxing ability.
That's fair. Okay. But Mario Barrios, do you put him in the same box as Leo Santa Cruz? I mean, Barrios is tall. He got a good jab.
I think he's bigger, man. He's gonna be way bigger. way bigger in terms of size. The power is going to be bigger. He's going to know he's the bigger man, so he's going to try to fight like the bigger man.
I just don't see annihilation on this one. That's all I'm saying.
Brother, listen to me. Listen to me, man.
It did take him 12 rounds to do Gamboa, and Gamboa had one leg. It took 12
You got
rounds.
listen. You got to understand something.
And he got touched up.
Hold on. You hear people say all the time. You hear Custio came up here and said he only had 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying, for performance. Sometimes being somebody that went through it, camp doesn't go always the way you want it to. You don't make excuses for it. What you do is you perform.
I hear you, brother. I hear you. Listen, we got a super chat I want to get to keep it fresh with the conversation. I think the first one is from Rod, who says, $5 super chat says, shaking my head, who in the hell is Big Charlo fighting at this point? He needs to fight Boo Boo already. I'm starting to believe Big Charlo is ducking Boo Boo. And that's because they've announced Big Charlo, and it's exactly who we told you he was going to be fighting, Juan Matias. Or Juan Matias Montiel, the cousin of Fernando Montiel that Nonito Donaire knocked out many, many, many moons ago. But Mario, you knowing Barrios and your name being Mario, does he get knocked out? You know what I mean? Like, let's just be real. Does he get knocked out? Like, because, you got Francis over here saying he's going to show his power, but, he took very long to do Gamboa.
No, I don't think he knocks out Mario Barrios. I think that while you can obviously make the argument that Leo Santa Cruz is the more decorated fighter and thus the more decorated win and it count more, you got to look at Mario Barrios and the fact that he's a big guy. Tank is coming in and he's fighting a big guy and he's talented. He is good. He's young. You could make the argument that this is a tougher fight, not a better opponent. Again, I'm not saying that, but pound for pound, with everything that Tank is going to have to do to win this fight, it could be a much tougher task to get done. But he doesn't knock him out. I don't think he does.
He probably taking him out.
You probably taking him out, Mike?
Tank probably gonna take him out. I gotta see. Like I said, I gotta do research, but I believe Tank will take him out.
I can't deny it. I can't deny the power. I mean, Francis mentioned it. It's elite. He's going to show his elite level power. And I think that if he does knock him out, he'll show that, even though he's a smaller guy, he can knock out these big guys. All those, sparring sessions with heavyweights that we've heard about, the grapevine and things like that he's, put some big guys down. Maybe it'll be just more than just, talk. It's really real. But again, I just, Mario Barrios, I see him being what happened to Leo Santa Cruz. You can learn something from those fights and take with you. Leo was just a smaller guy, man. As much as I love the knockout and stuff like that, he was just a smaller guy. I mean, I'm pretty sure that punch could have probably, the way it was placed, it probably could have knocked out even a heavier guy, because I guess, punch placement does play a big, huge part besides power. So I'm gonna have to go with like a 12-rounder, bro. 12-round decision.
Alex, let me tell you. You know what? Why I say it's elite. Usually, you'd say somebody got a big left hand, they got a big right hand. Dude has power in both hands, not just one. Hit you with either hand, you're going to sleep. So if you think you're gonna escape the right hand, the left hand hit you with the same power, you're gonna knock you right out. Good night. Sleep time.
Leo
so I'm just
Santa Cruz swelled those eyes up, man. And if Leo could swell your eyes up, I know Mario Barrios could swell your eyes up. And listen, Leo,
until you're waking up, I understand. I get you.
Virgil's a great trainer, man. And Andre Ward's in that camp. It's just so much going on over there that this is also Barrios' biggest fight, right? So perfect world, I'm such a boxing, I'm in love with the sport so much. An upset win for Barrios over Tank, it would not only mean a different life, but it can turn into a trilogy for those guys. And maybe Tank doesn't lose, but it's a controversial win, and then Barrio gets the rematch. But it's a good guy to do that with, right? you know, Barrios, I think he and Barrios can do something in Texas with this fight. But I hear it's going to Atlanta, right? No?
Yeah.
Well,
I thought I heard that.
Yeah, I don't think that there's a.
Yeah,
is it set?
I mean, the grapevine. No. The grapevine.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
But
I thought you were asking if there was like a set. Got
we
it.
got a super chat from MEZ and the BX who says.
Hold on. Ness, I just wanted to make sure. Did you pick decision or you pick decision right now, right?
For who?
For Tank Barrios?
Yeah, man. I'm going to give Barrios benefit of the doubt.
I'm just writing them down. That's all.
Yeah,
So you going with Barrios? So Ness, you going with Barrios?
Well, we have until Thursday to change it, though, right?
Oh, you locked in.
No,
That's
I'm not,
got
I'm
quiet
not,
on you, Mike.
No. I'm not picking anybody. I'm saying the fight goes to decision.
Oh, you saying the fight goes to
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
okay.
I got you. Yeah, I got you. Don't worry.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, like if you held a gun to my head, like I would pick Tank right now, right? Just like if you made me pick somebody, but I'm not picking anybody yet. Like I think that we got to see a lot. I mean, here's the thing. It's like you can look at it two ways. One, you could say, well, Tank's the much more skilled fighter and Barrios isn't, so he's going to run through. But then you don't give Tank the credit for what he would accomplish, you know, if he were to beat Mario Barrios. So you got to really be careful, like how you look at this fight. And my fear is that people aren't going to give him the respect. Just seeing what I saw on Twitter over the last hour and the complaints about, you know, certain parts of the schedule or whatever. One of the biggest things is people, you know, talking about Tank and Barrios and the negativity for it. I just don't. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's moving up, you know, and if you took the top 10, you know, 140 pounders in the world.
It's because this fight's coming out of nowhere when there's other dudes in and around that his division that we would rather see him fight. Like he's at 130 with a real belt at 130. He could have offered, you know, he's at 130. He could have fought Miguel Berchelt. He could have fought Gary Russell, moved him up instead of him moving up.
But is Mario Barrios not a tougher fight than JoJo?
What?
I'm not saying, listen to me. I'm not saying that JoJo's not the better, the more accomplished fighter.
I'm not saying you wrong. I'm not saying you crazy. I'm saying JoJo was a former world champ. He lost his belt on the scales. He ain't losing. That's another fight. They could have did Tevin Farmer. They could have did Gary Russell. You tell me you got this kid jumping up three-way division just to say he won a regular belt at 140? Like, let's move on though, because that was just you know, we're gonna go.
Let's hit some of these stupids real quick.
Okay.
Mike and I, go ahead, say your piece.
Cause Ness, I just want to say, cause Ness said, you know, Leo Santa Cruz, you know, touched him up, but Santa Cruz is a volume puncher, so he might, of course, he gonna touch up, you know, he gonna touch Tank a little bit, but still, look how Tank still, when he did that fight with Leo Santa Cruz, he's a volume puncher, so he gonna get hit, but he still, to me, it was still an excellent performance. Still, when you look at it all the way through, when you get to that 12th round and how he was still able to get away from him. Let's not minimize Cruz either, because Cruz is an excellent fighter. So when you dealing with an excellent fighter like a Cruz, and you know what I'm saying, dealing with a Tank, he still has to strategically go in there, and he still got him out. So that's how I just look at it a little different.
Hey, Micah, don't listen to Ness, because Ness is light skinned. He forget that Cruz easy, because he had headgear on and Mike wasn't really touching him up, and he got touched, he got scratched, bruised up. So he forget that, you know what I'm saying? When you get touched, some skin bruised a little easier than some.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I was going right there, Micah. Like, you can't call it an excellent performance if my man got a swollen eye.
He's a volume puncher though. So if somebody is a volume puncher, he is going to get hit somewhat in the fight. That don't mean that Cruz is still, I'm saying that Cruz is such a good fighter. So Tank still had to figure that out at the end of the day and still got him out of there. That's,
you know what it was, Mike? Tank wasn't respecting Leo at all. That's why he was willing to take shots. That's why he took him.
And he still got touched up.
And he got touched up. Now Mario, on the other hand, I don't mean Mario, the one with the right hand of Border Wars. You know, I'm talking about Barrios.
El Azteca.
Now, you guys, I asked the panel, right? Is my man Tank walking through those punches? You know,
does Barrio get touched up? That's what I want to know, man. I just want to know if Barrio gets touched up and swelled up.
Hell yeah, Barrio gets touched up. Hell yeah. But he ain't never been hit by a 126 pounder.
Well, he about to feel what it feels like to get hit by a little dude and say, God damn.
Could we put it this way? Like going back to Micah's thing real quick. Could we say that it wasn't a perfect performance, but it was an excellent performance? I mean, those are two different things. And that's to say, oh, well, he got touched up, which he did, but it still, I think, was an excellent performance. You know what I mean? I just feel like he did get hit. Yeah, of course.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, why we got to change the definition in the Webster dictionary? Like, excellent is perfect. You can't be perfect.
Yes, I disagree. Excellent can mean an A, but still you can have a 90%. You can have a 90%. You can have a 90%. An 8 can still be excellent. Still, room for improvement with 9%. 100% is perfect.
I remember
getting an A.
I remember getting an A- in 5th grade, and it was excellent. It was excellent.
Excellent. Perfect.
Excellent.
We're not talking about perfection. We know the man didn't have perfection.
All right, so he had a 90% performance.
He did good. He did excellent.
He had a 90%.
He got.
I don't know, man. I didn't like the swollen eye.
Give me a perfect performance, Ness.
Ooh,
Canelo versus Children.
Floyd
crazy.
Floyd versus Canelo, perfect performance. Floyd versus Robert Guerrero, perfect performance. Canelo versus Yeardom, perfect performance. Canelo versus Kirkland. Whoa, perfect performance.
Because he knocked him out.
No, what?
Nah,
well, he also barely got touched.
He
in
barely
that
got
fight.
touched.
No, barely got touched or he got touched. No, perfect performance.
I don't remember if he
got touched on the shoulder when he was.
Listen.
Okay.
Don't get confused. What I'm saying when I say Tank got touched, I'm also saying that in the same sentence with his eye being puffy. Like everybody gets touched, but did you get hit hard enough for your face to fucking disfigure?
Okay, I get that.
Do we gotta put a steak on your face tonight?
We're putting credit on the 26-pounder power then.
Do you got a motherfucking
his face got puffy, but he got the W. That's all that matters. He got the W and he got Cruz.
Do you got Ebony Bridges?
He got Cruz, who is a decorated fighter, out of there. That's what matters at the end of the day. That's what matters.
Micah,
he got him out of there.
Now let's move on.
Micah, like you said, you're gonna do your research. So when you're doing the research on the other fight, on Barrios, make sure to check out how many punches Cruz has fought. Yeah, he declarated, but how many punches he fought? Maybe one if we consider Frampton that at the weight that they fought, which I'm a fair guy and would say, yeah, Frampton broke Scott Quigg's jaw. He was known for his left hook. He had a little bit of pop. Like Gervonta, never that. That's why when they stepped him up to Gervonta, they had to make Gervonta vacate his belt to make it sweeter for Leo to become a 4-time. So right before we take your head off here, let's prop you up. So look, right now you're a 3-time, but I'm going to make him drop his belt. You going to fight for that vacant. We going to make you 4-time. You going to make history. Then we going to serve you up the Tank. I mean, excuse me, not serve you up. You're going to go in a big fight with Tank. No, serve you up. That's what happened. Like, he ain't got
serve you up like soft ice cream real quick.
Shinobi.
He never fought Rigo. He ain't want that smoke though.
No smoke. Let's go to M-Easy BX showing us the smoke with this question on the super chat. He says, do you think Tank moving up to 140 entices Mikey Garcia to move back down to 140? Mikey looks for that bag first.
I mean, I would hope so. And Mikey was real successful beating up the Broner boys. I mean, he just fell with Earl, but you know what I'm saying? Who he went through? Broner. He went through
I know
Robert,
you can do it, man.
Easter, and then he tried to go through Earl. That didn't work, so he could double back and get a little Tank. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's close to a fight that he might, but I don't know. I mean, to go up and then come back, I mean, that's tough on the body. So, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some guys could do it, man. That's
some guys
crazy.
can, yeah.
Some guys could do it.
Another one from Anthony Edwards who says, if Virgil Hunter is Barrios' trainer, Tank Podcast. Yo, you terrible, man. What you mean by that? Virgil, man, what you mean?
Yo, Anthony ain't feeling the style of coaching. What's up, champ?
Yo, hating on Verge like that, bruv.
Mad bet.
Tank stops Barrios by beat down. Barrios gets hits too much, too often. Look at Francis. I'm telling you. But that he get hit by dudes his size, not by dudes at 126, man.
Yo, y'all about to really put some respect on. I promise you, man. Yo, listen, I can't wait. I'm about to probably bet the house on it.
Hey yo, anybody that thinks the Tank's winning on the chat, hit us up with some tank emojis, man. I want to see how the chat feels about.
Barrios a Mexican that's Tekken War. He not just laying down, bro. They gonna have to throw the towel in. I'm telling you.
It's gonna be a tough one, but who's at this point really picking Barrios? Like, I don't see anybody really.
Yo, you said that your name's Mario and you going with your twin.
I said you wouldn't knock him out. I didn't say I would pick you to win.
Hold up,
yeah,
champ. Hold up. You've been covering this kid since before Al.
Here go the pressure.
Before Al found this dude, before Virgil was training, before Andre influenced him so much that his style, he almost looks like a little Andre Ward now.
Mario Clinch.
So where's the hook?
You was writing about San Antonio's own Mario Barrios and his
one of the few fighters I traveled to go see. Covered his first 3 fights, covered his sister's amateur fights 100%. But I don't understand. I didn't say that he wasn't going to win. I just said I wouldn't want to make a pick yet.
That's not Jay-Z. Cue to Jay-Z, man. Where's the love, man? That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, he messed up.
Y'all don't be riding. See, I roll with Keith, man. I roll with Wilder. Why y'all jump ship at the biggest moment? Y'all like, well, I'm out.
And they jump ship. You feel me? You got
crazy. Oh yes, you picked the. Oh man, you really went out on the limb picking Keith Thurman and Deontay Wilder. Like,
I picked Keith over Pacquiao. Nah, yo, listen, I picked Keith over Porter, Keith over Danny, Keith over Pacquiao. Like,
he was a favorite in all those fights except for one. What are you talking about? He was a favorite in the Porter fight.
Oh, bro, listen. The point is, I roll with my guy.
My guy.
You feel different, champ.
Point is, when we start talking Detroit, Micah gonna roll with her guy, man. Like, why you ain't riding with your guy?
I'm not saying nothing. Listen, Mario.
Put in your loyalty.
I said they're not going to stop my guy. That's not gonna happen. Ain't nobody stopping Mario.
Matter of fact, side note, real quick. Let me just go ahead and pull it up.
How about that?
I want to give a quick shout out to Khalil Cole, man, aka the Big Stepper, aka Matchroom, Scene, that he's the future, aka knocked out an Olympian, Cuban in the Olympian, Olympic trials or the qualifiers, knocked out somebody else. So not only did Matchroom say, yo, you know what, we want this kid, it's his time. Split T signed them too.
So Matchroom did the right thing, bro.
They negotiated on his behalf to get this guy. And
they gonna have to send their best fighter for the champ.
And it's on, man. It's on, man. This is what's up.
Oh, that's the Micah.
This is bigger. This is bigger than just like, oh, this is my guy. This is another New Jersey dude, man. Just shout out to them, man. They really, really out here changing things, man. And they all know each other. Like, this is another Shakur Stevens friend. Another, Troy Isley, Rajan Chance, Colbert, all those dudes, they know this dude. They all know each other. But yeah, man, shout out to the Big Stepper, man. I can't wait. Yo, what weight is he though? Doomy?
Should be 160.
Oh wow, get out of here. Huge 160 pounder.
Yeah, 160, huge. 168.
Well, let's see, because he's next to Vito here, who's a welterweight. He ain't that big, so I guess he is 160. I guess he is.
All I know is we got way too many fights still go over, and we're not gonna disrespect my man Andrade.
Word is born. Look at the pre-pro. Let me hit some of these mad bet super chats. He says Ness, Hunter can't fight for him. Ward can't fight for him. The fans can't fight for him. Tank by beatdown inside 10. Oh.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. Yo, Shadeja never posts, bro. She be tripping.
Yo, she's coming up creeping, man. Creeping. Next thing you know, you're going to see her champ of the world.
Creeping.
LV Slugger on the return says, would a win over Mario put Tank on your pound-for-pound top 10?
What?
I think that was a question.
I think people going to do that anyway because some people going to consider it a 4-division champ. So,
yeah.
So I don't know, man. That's not my thing, man. If they announce it, I'll report it. But I can't put you there.
I don't know I don't know if. I guess what you mentioned is what has the most flair to it, right? He's a 4th division, make him a 4th division. But
it's like the definition of pound for pound.
How much prestige though do you put on that regular belt? Like, isn't that a regular belt? or is it really a belt?
A regular belt.
No, it's a regular belt, but to me, I look at it like, okay, let's talk about who the top 10 in the division are, right? So you throw out the Taylors, the Ramirez, fighters. You can put the Regis in there, Cepeda, right? And as you go down and you talk about the Baranchiks and you talk about, some of these guys, Mario Barrios fits in there somewhere, and so I just feel like, yeah, you're right. The title isn't prestigious, Doomy, but I still feel it's a win over a big 140. Like it's a guy that means something at the division. You know what I mean? He's in that top 10, possibly top 5. So,
hey, I ain't got a shovel, but
top 10
I can dig it.
Wait,
I love when you say that.
Yo, you say he's in the top 5, possibly pound for pound with this win?
Oh, 140. No, I'm talking about Mario Barrios. Because Doomy's point was that, how much credit can you give Tank on the pound for pound list because the belt isn't the most prestigious, which Doomy's absolutely 100% correct. My counter to that is that, okay, let's take the belt away for a second and let's just think about who the top 10, top 5 fighters in that division are. Mario Barrios fits in the top 10 100% and possibly top 5, which I would have him in there.
Trey Miller on the return says Tank versus Barrios is like Nello versus Calum and Fielding. You guys feel like that?
Come on. I don't know.
Because Callum was number 1 with 2 belts. Ring
Belts.
Magazine.
Did he say Callum? He didn't say Callum.
He said Callum and Fielding.
And Fielding
I thought
had
he
a
meant
regular
Liam
belt,
and
so it's more like Fielding. But real quick, I got a a cash app from Compa. What's up, Compa in Los Angeles? Who says,
Boxing
I'm a
Boys.
Tank fan, but I'm riding with Azteca. Mexico. So. Señores.
Let's go. Next one is Eric Cruz, who says, thanks for all the content, TBV. Context. I think he meant to put content, but we'll go with both. Loving the hat, Doomy. You're daggone right, baby. Shout out to Chivas, worked with TBV. We had the privilege to work with them over there at the Canelo Triple G fights, It's going down, champ. It's going down. Canelo is going to be in the house May 8th or May 9th?
May
8th, man.
May 8th? Yeah, he's going to be in the house repping again, man. Triple G3, who knows? Teddy B Midwest Sports Talk says Atlanta have a bunch of both ethnicity. What ethnicity?
I don't know.
I think he's talking about Tank and Barrios. Because they were saying that the fight could be there, and so I think he's saying that, Atlanta can cover both the black audience and the Hispanic audience.
I like Atlanta, bro. Can't wait to get back there.
It was a good.
I do like Atlanta.
Yeah, it was a good spot.
Sarcasm, real quick.
Okay.
He says Mario getting slept, and I'm not a Tank groupie. Damn.
Wow.
Is that
last
the last
one?
Tough.
Last one right now. Well, on my refresh, because there's probably more. Tank will fight Barrios like he did Pedraza. #levels. That's from LV Slugger.
And Anthony Edwards says, I'm not reading that. Oh no. He said, I think he said Verge D trainer. I don't know.
Oh. He's a level D trainer.
I guess he's. Maybe he's trying to say level D.
Like a D level trainer.
Yeah, D level trainer.
Or is that D minus? Or is that D minus?
It is a D minus, bro.
Verge a D minus trainer. All his guys lose except Ward. Shots fired.
Yeah, I mean, listen, to have Ward is pretty big feather in your cap, though.
The whole point
he had my man
Amir Khan, and he kept losing.
Yeah, he had Amir Khan, but he didn't start with Amir
losing. But the whole point is to have someone else other than Ward to prove that Ward wasn't just all because of Ward, right? But
name slips my mind.
Let's
move. The Haitian fighter, which I know, Berto.
Also lost. Let's move on though, because damn, we spent 34 minutes on that, and we got so many fight cards to talk about. And actually, Triller not only is Jake Paul fighting, which has struck a lot of interest in boxing fans, but we got Redkach taking on the New Orleans guy.
New Orleans?
Yeah. Regis Prograis. And then Chuck Simpson is also on that card So I guess real quick, 2 days out to Paul versus Ass Kisser. What do you guys? I'm picking Jake. He's the
Hey, yo, we
so
already knew that.
disrespectful. He called him Ass Kisser. That's what Ness just called him. Ass Kisser.
Yo,
I'm riding with my boxing guy, dog. My man adapted boxing. He came with his 21 million subscribers. I'm gonna support him. He chose our sport. He didn't chose to turn that MMA. Y'all gonna ride with the MMA dude because y'all want to be hipsters and prove that y'all know how to pick it right? Cool. I'm riding with optimism. I'm riding with the dude that brought 21 million followers to my sport. I'm hoping Jake wins in emphatic fashion so that, Aaron Carter could beat Lamar Odom in emphatic fashion and we get the unification of the, white boys on Triller, and then that'll build up Jake to get more stuff out here. It'll keep building.
Ness, did you just say Aaron's gonna knock out Odom?
My optimism.
You said optimistic. No, listen, champ. Nobody over here is picking Ben Askren. I'm just not gonna call him Ass Kisser.
Shout out to my Cuban trainer that's getting Aaron Carter ready, man. He gonna get it done. Listen, we got the spies in the camp. Lamar Odom bent over. His feet hurt. His feet
hip hurt.
They told us yesterday on the interview, like, ain't no way, like.
They said he wasn't.
They lucky that they got it in the contract to be 1.5 minute rounds because they know if we was going anywhere 2 to 3, Aaron Carter smokes this dude's boots, man, all day.
Shout out to Josh Pollitt out of Santa Monica.
Beautiful violence.
That's right.
Beautiful gym, man. Beautiful gym. Sheesh.
Yo, so what? All right, so are we gonna do a pick right now? Mike has been smiling over there like. Man.
Micah, what you think about it? Ben Askren, Jake Paul, who you got?
I was laughing at this, but the Aaron Carter and the Lamar Odom.
Yeah.
Why you picking Lamar Odom?
I don't even know. It's just funny because you said Aaron Carter, but
have you seen the face off? I
don't even know with that one. I don't even know because with Aaron Carter, the Lamar Odom. I ain't even gonna get into it, but. I would think Odom would win, but with Jake Paul and it really don't matter to me. I kind of want Jake maybe because I'm thinking like the YouTube, the aspect with the YouTube and the boxing. I really don't know, and then being with MMA. So listen, I'm not even gonna pick. I'm gonna let you guys pick on that. It really don't matter to me with that one.
Well,
I'm gonna hear how y'all feel.
It's basically, I would put him as a novice, right? Jake Paul, a novice boxer, YouTuber, just took on, boxing against the MMA veteran, collegiate champ wrestler. Probably Marioski could give me a little bit more accolades on him as far as his wrestling goes. But the guy's, he's a UFC fighter, so he's fought in the UFC. And he's going to take on Jake Paul. Only thing I could give him is that Jake Paul's bigger. Jake Paul obviously has strictly been training boxing. He's been active fighting, whether or not they've been punching bags and you agree or not. He's been active. So that's basically it, Micah. You got an MMA fighter versus Jake Paul. Jake Paul got size on him. He got size on him. So it's an 8-round fight. So I see it like, I hope Jake Paul doesn't run out of gas in the first 4 rounds. And if he's able to have gas, I think he'll win against Ben. But if not, I see Ben Askren taking advantage of that low gas tank and kind of overwhelming him, even though without skill, even if the skill is not top notch, he'll overwhelm him. So I guess I'm just going to go. If I'm boxing and I'm a boxing guy, ladies, fellas, I'm going to go with Jake Paul.
Listen. I think Jake Paul's done enough to show us that he's taking this seriously. We talked about this the other day that, these guys are very, very rich. They have the money that they don't have to worry about jobs. They don't have to worry about how they're going to pay for training, how they're, are they going to pay for top-notch nutritionists? Like, they have the luxury of being able to commit as much time and energy and money as they want to the sport. And it seems like they are taking it serious. for those reasons, plus the fact that Ben Askren has never been known for his hands, for his striking, I can't see him winning this fight. The thing is this, though. From the moment this fight was made, people had the automatic, idea, well, Jake's going to win. And I get that, and I understand that. I just think that it deserves to be said that Ben Askren he made the 2008 Beijing Olympics for freestyle wrestling. He is an Olympic athlete. Okay, he was 18-0 in mixed martial arts before suffering his first loss. He was a champion in one championship, which is a Japan organization. He was a champion in Bellator, and he made it to the top of UFC. So for all those reasons, you can't account or discount rather the fact that Ben is a fighter. Ben has amazing cardio, and he knows how to dirty box. He knows, or at least he's capable of, dirty boxing, and some of those things kind of transition a little bit, the infighting that he's done over the years. But again, it's hard not to pick Jake in this scenario, which I am.
By you, Francis?
Jake, man, gotta go with Jake. More active right now in the sport. Been in the ring training with some fighters who have trained with world champions, and the only thing that I have is that my man Ben Askren has a punch resistant. You could say he's punch drunk, but he can't take a punch, and it's a matter of, can Jake Paul put it together good enough and not get hit? You know what I mean? Because believe it or not, smaller glove, bigger gloves, getting hit is just getting hit. You know what I mean? So if you haven't been getting hit your last few fights to where you need to be concerned, and you get hit in this fight, and it, makes you fall, you know what I mean, or makes you daze, you want to see how he fights out of that. That's what I'm interested to see. So, but right now, off the top, I'm gonna go with Jake Paul.
All right, Ness.
Nah, man, I've been said Jake Paul.
Yeah, he picked
Moving
Jake.
on to Regis Prograis, Ivan Redkach. I'm going to pick Regis Prograis. Hopefully Ivan Redkach could give us a good fight. Maybe he uses, the motivation from being embarrassed in that Gervonta Davis sparring. And, look, I don't know. I'm just thankful that both Regis and Ivan were able to both fight, being, guys that were linked to PBC, that they were able to lend their services to Triller. This shows that, they were, allowed to take this big opportunity and fight on this app. I forgot they were on here. This may make me buy it just to watch Jake, and kind of counter it with the fact that Regis is on the undercard versus Redkach. Steve Cunningham, who allowed us to have Border Wars 9 in Pittsburgh, he's on the undercard beating up on an MMA dude. And then you got Lorenzo Simpson, who signed to MTK Global, on the undercard. And even my man Younan, who got the draw with the dude that Ronald Ellis that Benavidez just beat. And Quinton Randall, I know him too. So they really put some boxing dudes on the undercard versus, I guess, I don't know who, because actually William Jackson, I know him too. That's Askren Jackson. I'm pretty sure William Jackson is Askren Jackson, and he might be undefeated. Quinton Randall, he also, I'm pretty sure, is undefeated and took a couple dudes undefeated records. Oh shit, I didn't even know, bruh. I'm telling you, they did poor promotion, did Triller. But I'm gonna double check. William.
Yeah, Quinn Randall's 7-0. Just.
Yeah, well,
he's from
this isn't
Texas.
Askren Jackson though. This is definitely not. Oh, it is Askren Jackson. How he get 2 losses? Okay, I must have been fell off your. That is him. Wow. Okay. I mean, look. He on a win streak. But I'm picking Randall. So let me just go ahead and wrap that up, right? So we going Regis in a parlay with Jake Paul, Steve Cunningham, Lorenzo Truck, Younan, and Quinton Randall all to win. Those are my picks, ladies and gents.
I could think the only one that's risky is Jake versus Ben, because we still. I still don't know if that'll pan out the way I'm saying. But Steve Cunningham, for those that don't, not too familiar with MMA, Frank Mir, his opponent, is ex-MMA champion, heavyweight champion. from the UFC. Frank Mir, left the UFC and participated in other organizations. I think Bellator, if I'm not mistaken, maybe one or two other organizations. And now he's here on Triller, ready to take on Steve Cunningham. So Frank Mir is definitely known for his jiu-jitsu more than anything. His boxing, I guess, he's boxed because he's had to be a mixed martial artist, and you got to know how to throw them hands. But no way, dude. Steve Cunningham, you already know. USS Cunningham is just gonna, it's gonna go right through Frank Mir. Man, I don't even know how Frank Mir even touches him, bro. Like, I've seen Frank Mir for a long time fighting in MMA, and his hands weren't never like anything to really, really get excited about.
Bro, Steve Cunningham, I told you, he's a plus 14, like 63. Like, Mir is here to die.
Now, Frank Mir does have power, bro. That's the only thing I could give Frank Mir is that he has power. Obviously, he's a heavyweight.
He'll never land that shit.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll ever get the.
He'll never land.
Well, he knocked out Lesnar, if I'm not mistaken. They fought twice.
Toe hold.
Lesnar
no,
wasn't
that's
a
what
boxer.
it was. The toe hold. But didn't he hit him and he dropped and then he got him in the toe hold?
No. One of them, Frank Mir got him in the toe hold. I mean, in the ankle lock, and then the other one, Brock Lesnar beat the pulp out of him by.
I remember that one, but I couldn't remember how he got him. But listen,
Lesnar wasn't a boxer.
No. Listen, I don't. Well. And I brought up that point only to really say, like, it really doesn't matter. Like, as much as, you could argue Frank had decent hands as a MMA fighter, specifically from that era that he fought in. The bottom line is this is Steve Cunningham's world, and he's not going to come in it, and he's not going to, show him up in his world. This is, this is Steve Cunningham's shot, because remember, Frank Mir was supposed to fight Antonio Tarver, and Steve Cunningham is a replacement for Tarver, and this is an 8-round heavyweight fight. I don't know when the last time Frank Mir fought, to be honest with you, and I don't even remember when Steve Cunningham last fought. I can just tell you that only one of them has gone at least 8 rounds in a heavyweight boxing fight. And because of those reasons, Steve Cunningham is going to win. No problem. But I do agree with Ness. The card is shaped out pretty decent. Lorenzo on there, Truck should be good. And the fact that Regis is getting this kind of exposure, Ness hit it right on the head. This is great. These guys could have fought, buried on the undercard of some fight on Showtime, but they're getting a huge opportunity to be the co-main event of a fight that is going to have a lot of eyeballs, specifically eyeballs that don't typically watch boxing. This is a chance for Regis to go out there and make a lot of new fans.
Yeah. Hopefully he does it, man. Hopefully he does it. Yo, so what do you guys know about let me see who's this. Yeah, nah. The heavyweight. The heavyweights. Mahammadrasul.
Wow. That's Movladdin Biyarslanov versus Israel Mercado.
That's not his name.
And well, that's a welterweight actually. That's the one right up. That was a real tongue twister right there.
Mahammadrasul Majidov.
Yes,
oh, you're talking about Majid? Oh yeah, the heavyweight, the one that's fighting on DAZN, right?
Doomy was dead on. Shout out to Doomy, man.
Nah, Doomy was not on.
nah, I was on the welterweight name, but that damn near sounded close. It's Mahammadrasul Majidov.
Mahammadrasul Majidov. I'm calling upset alert, man.
Let's call him Eminem.
Upset alert, man.
Versus Andrey Fedosov.
Oh, because
this dude's
Fedosov has had 34 fights.
Because Andrey Fedosov is like way better than
more
anybody,
experience,
way better than anyone he's ever faced on his resume. He's jumping up to a dude with 30 fights. Yeah, he's getting a dude off of a 3-year layoff. So I'm still riding with Fedosov just on some fucking shit, like rolling the dice, bruh. Like, listen, Fedosov, first of all, he won the Buxino tournament. I watched that shit live.
I remember that.
He upset Donovan Dennis. He knocked him out. Then Big Baby came and did it. He knocked out Mario Herrera, and I think that's that comment.
Heredia.
That's a common opponent with a bunch of other people. If you look at Heredia, Hrgovic fought him. Peters fought him. Everybody fought him. Fedosov
George
was
Arias.
good. Fedosov was good back in the day. The biggest issue I want to believe is that he was with Banner.
So, damn, he beat Waco too.
Yeah, so when
he beat
Banner,
Joey, that was his last fight.
When you when you with Banner, it's really hard to stay active unless you Joe Smith and you just taking what they giving you and you ain't arguing, and it is what it is.
That's a good point.
Yo, shout out to Joey DeWaco, man. He was sick as of late. I hope everything's cool with him.
He caught COVID. He had a tune-up and caught COVID.
Sick, man. Prayers out to him. Yo, this Andrey Fedosov guy. I mean, I don't know how much you can get from the look test.
He even beat Lenroy, dog. He beat Lenroy in the Bucksino. Then Lenroy.
Oh, Lenroy Thomas, you're right.
He looks tough.
I was there live for that. Lenroy took a knee and everything. He was trained by Keith Thurman's trainer that day.
I remember that.
And then Lenroy.
It was like the second round or something.
Then Lenroy went on to fucking go beat David Allen in the near future. But like, again. That's all Fedosov's old accomplishments, and he's been out of the ring since 2018. So my Fedosov bet is a long shot, but he's a plus 800. You know what I'm saying? Money line. So, do you.
He's the favorite, or he's not the favorite?
No, he's not the favorite.
All right, because I get those mixed up sometimes.
Come on, Doomy, off a 3-year layoff. Come on, Doomy.
Nah, I'm just making sure, maybe.
We got M5 with 2 super stickers, one of a diamond, shine bright like a diamond, and then I guess he's saying, Doomy, you got the diamond mic, because the next one is a sticker of a microphone, so like your mic so fire is diamonds.
Yeah, I got the diamond mic. Remember the Source Awards? Based off mics and shit.
Trey, I ain't putting my money.
Yeah.
I'm clearly saying it's a upset bet. Like you don't, you throw a little, bruh, at plus 800, you could throw fucking $2 on that. And
wait, who's plus 800?
Fedosov money line.
Oh shit! I thought you were just. I didn't know that was you were really. Okay, wow.
Super sticker. We got Jumpman 23 Jam. He must love him some Jordans. He says. He got himself a little pear sticker emoji dancing because he like, yo, Ness, that's a banging pick. Thumbs up on that Fedosov pick, man. Off a 3-year layoff, I think you can do it. Just saying. You pick.
Let's
go. Next one while Mario gets his thoughts together. We moving on to Hollywood, Florida. DAZN.
Well, that is the card, though, that they're fighting on.
Yes. But the main event... And the one that you need to be looking at, we're going to start there. You got to look at my man Carlos Gongora taking on Christopher Pearson. Pearson, once upon a time, was a TMT fighter, but he's a hard-nosed dude that he's a dude that isn't taking no for an answer. Like, he's not trying to hear that he doesn't belong on that level. And he's been upsetting people. Like, he took his losses. He's like a mama's boy dude right now, but a little more successful than Mama's boy. He lost to Deloach, who lost to Stentilius, and he lost to Eric Walker, who just lost to the other Mahammadrasul from DAZN, right?
Madrimov, yeah.
There you go.
Israel Madrimov.
There you go. But Pearson, he's on a 3-fight win streak, and like I said, he refuses to give up. He got released from TMT, but he's still out here grinding.
Can he beat Falco? Yamaguchi Falco?
Yeah, that was his last fight.
But that's not the Brazilian. That's not.
No, that's not. The Brazilian.
I mean, it is.
But he was
Brazilian.
an undefeated fighter, though.
It is the Brazilian, but it's not the Brazilian that's with Top Rank.
No,
that's not. Was the Esquiveles Falco or something like that? What's his name?
It's like you. That's exactly what how I would have said it. I don't know, but that sounds really close.
Yo, Trey in the chat, just everything I say, he's against it. I said the Fedosov, he's like, damn, you putting your money on a 3-year layoff. I said Pearson, look, gonna give a good fight. He get knocked out. I know Gongora got robbed in his last fight, so a lot of y'all are high on him, but that was his last fight, man.
Wait.
That was his last fight.
Yeah, Gongora is nice though. I like certain things I see from him. Even though I'm leaning towards it's Pearson, but I don't know if he's going to be able to beat Gongora, if I'm saying that right. Carlos.
Yeah. And this is a title on the line,
Wait,
right?
this another
IBO?
Gongora. This ain't the Gongora.
Yeah, that's not the Gongora you were talking about, Ness. That's what I was trying to figure out who you were talking about.
This another Gongora.
Yeah,
bruh.
Gongora's undefeated. He beat Mike Guy. He beat, who else did he beat? In his last fight,
But
he
this
beat
is for an IBO
Akhmedov.
title, though. This is for an IBO title. For the middleweight title. IBO middleweight to super middleweight
Well,
title.
because
You guys are looking at the 19-0 Carlos Gongora, right?
Yes. He's the one that beat Ali Akhmedov for the IBO. That was the vacant title. He beat Akhmedov for that title. Yeah, the IBO.
Yeah, he KO'd his ass. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we got to get excited.
Oh, he never did fight Mike Guy. Where did I get that from?
I don't know. That's why I asked. I'm like, you guys looking at the 19-0 guy?
Yeah.
Yo, Gongora. So he's like, he's the good.
From Ecuador, bro. Well,
Ecuadorian.
Yeah, I don't see too many
I think
Ecuadorians.
Bonet was the last dude that I remember, like, from Ecuador, like, you know, with a name.
He's good, bro. He got a 73% KO ratio, so he's taking.
Oh, I was about to call him Colombia because of that flag. I was about to say Colombia's always got power, knockout power, high ratios like Colombians and Argentinas, but he's not even Colombian.
He's right next door. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah.
It's close.
Yeah, next door, yeah.
He might have got some, through the wins.
Well, I'm picking all the A sides for this card.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
Even though I do like Christopher Pearson, he's a guy that, we started following right when we started, doing the Boxing Voice. We had him on, he's from that generation of people coming up. But I don't know. I like all the A sides in this fight. And I just really want to see, entertaining fights. But most of all, I want to see Andrade get a win that satisfies. I know that's not going to happen because nobody's ever, not everyone's always satisfied, but I feel like he's got to really show something. He's got to give a good performance so that, he can get as many people on board as possible.
Listen, man, I don't know about y'all, but if you didn't see the press conference between Demetrius Andrade and Liam Williams, it's a must-see.
Good call.
For me, because personally, you got to see just who Demetrius is as a person, you know what I mean, and who he can be, you know what I mean, when he switches to the boxer side, and it switches very fast, you know what I mean. Liam Williams is trying the whole intimidation factor. When they got to the end of the press conference, when they were about to go face to face, when he finally came face to face, so to speak, with Andrade, he looked up, he said, damn. To me, he looked up like, man, that's a big dude I'm about to fight tomorrow, man. Holy. He tried to intimidate. He realized that Andrade didn't back down. He didn't move. He didn't flinch. He didn't turn around. Right there. I'm going to be here tomorrow when we fight all night. It's going to be a lot. Whatever you thought you were about to do, it ain't about to happen. I've seen it all. I've been there. I've done it. The whole boxing community knows the talent of Andrade. Hopefully, he can put out that performance, Mario, that you're talking about, that we all want to see, that Sports Center type.
Definitely. Come
at me pressure. I'm going to set a trap and knock you out.
Yeah, Liam be talking, Williams be talking spicy. So I feel like it's gonna be, it's gonna be good because he aggressive. So I really want to see what Andrade is. I think is it Andrade or Andrade? Because I think on Brian Custer he said Andrade.
It's Andrade. Yeah, it's Andrade.
Andrade. Right. Yeah. I want to see what he, like Francis and everybody is saying. I want to see what type of performance Andrade is going to be because I've been on here before and I said he was a kind of wild, but now since I kind of looked at it more, I've taken more of a liking because I feel like he's more of a unique boxer. Like it's certain things that I see with his style that I haven't seen from other people. Just really breaking down his footage and his boxing style.
Like what?
Like as far as like certain things, say for instance, of course, because he's a southpaw. Like when he throws his left, I've never seen. When I'm watching boxing, I've never seen a southpaw throw a certain type of left that he throws. As far as like he can throw sometimes like a side left, and what he did when I was watching I forgot which fight. I have to look it back up. it was the fight before last when he did like an uppercut. It was like a right uppercut. You have to really, like I said, you gotta go back, watch it. Like even the uppercut he throw. I've never seen an uppercut thrown like that sometimes. So it's kind of like a different, creative, unique boxing style if you pay really close attention to Demetrius, style in some ways, to me, in my opinion.
Sure.
No, I agree. I know what uppercut you're
Love
talking
that.
about. It's almost like he's not covering up or nothing. He just kind of shoots up with it.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
facts,
it's like through the
facts.
opponent.
it's almost an uppercut and the jab put together. It's an up jab.
Yes, I've never
an
seen
up jab,
yeah.
type of
Up
uppercut.
jab.
Yep.
I just hope
Well
that
said.
he lives up to you guys' hype, right? Like a lot of people call him, one of the best, most skilled, most avoided. He's got to show that in the performance, and it's sad because we're all echoing the same thing, if not begging for him to show a separation performance. So hopefully the boxing gods answer us and they allow that punch,
I
to
told
find
y'all this
itself.
morning that I had a feeling that, and I'm so excited when I seen the press conference, because before I seen the press, I said I had a feeling that, he gonna put in that special type of performance that we all been waiting for, man. And when I seen the press conference, just to see how focused he is, didn't matter what Liam did, didn't matter what he said, he was just calm, cool, and collected. When he finally met dude to the face, he like, bruh, you don't really know what you're about to get into. I've been there and I've done that. I've been doing it since I was little. You're about to see something else. And Eddie was begging pretty much Demetrius to pull out a performance tomorrow, because dude's about to come like a bull in a china shop. He about to ding, ding, ding. He about to just run at Demetrius. So, you know what I mean? He got to put on that type of performance because it's looking to be rough, tumble, brutal. He's trying to make it nasty, ugly, beat him up, get him cut, whatever he got to do. So, I mean, I hope Demetrius can show us that next level, man. Show us that next gear so that we can really get on that bandwagon and get you one of them big fights.
Yeah, I'll just keep it real short and sweet, man. Money's on Demetrius, man. Money's on Demetrius. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't think he's a great boxer. I just hope that he does it in great fashion. That he has a highlight.
Gervonta just announced it's gonna be in Atlanta. Told y'all.
Damn, call him. I will Shinobi you.
Sauces.
Shinobi.
I got sauces.
So yeah, Demetrius Andrade for the win. Don't know if he stops him, because that's not what I've grown to see from Demetrius. Stoppages. In devastating fashion. He stopped a couple of guys, yeah, but I mean in devastating fashion. But if he does it, I think that'll give him a little bit of more respect on his name, and maybe, some of these big fights that he's really wanted to might materialize for him. But I don't think he KOs him, man. I really don't think so. I think Liam Williams is a tough guy. I mean, he has the tough mentality for the fight. Let's hope that helps him in the fight, to make this a good one. So that's all I got to say really about Liam, man. I don't know. I mean, Liam Smith took care of him. And I know you can't judge guys by certain performances because the styles make fights, but he's got to show me something in the first few rounds for me to get excited and really believe that he has a shot.
Yeah.
Call him shooter.
Yeah, I definitely think that what Francis was saying earlier too, you got to go and check out the press conference, and I'm sure the weigh-in's going to be, it's what did Micah say? It's getting a little spicy. It definitely is getting more interesting as the fight gets closer. I'm excited.
Nah, I don't see him slapping Demetrius like he said this morning. I call cap on that. I'd like to see that. Personally, after seeing what I seen at the press conference today, I'm calling cap.
I mean, tomorrow things could get a little more serious, but real quick, just for facts, we were talking Tank and Mario Barrios. Showtime announced their fight, and now Tank went ahead and deleted all his posts, and the only post on there is this fight poster with the caption that reads, "A fight between undefeated two-division champ Gervonta Davis and Mario Barrios is set to take place on June 26th in 140 pounds bout on pay-per-view in Atlanta, Georgia now. Just keep in mind that's June. So Crawford's supposed to be fighting in June on pay-per-view. You know, now Tank's fighting on pay-per-view. They're saying, you know, Fury AJ pay-per-view. We getting them. We about to get some pay-per-views, ladies and gents. And they made it clear to show you in the caption that Tank's last fight was at 130, so he's moving up 2 weight classes for a bout with the big undefeated.
I just caught that right as you were started talking. I read that.
Undefeated 140 pounder. Hashtag the one. Only the one does things like that. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. So
that's true. I'm Team Tank. I'm sorry, I can't help it.
Nah, we all Tank team here. We moving on to Casimero and Rigondeaux making the rounds. Steve Kim tweets the Casimero and Rigo in August is what
it was part of the Showtime schedule. That was part of one of the fights that was announced.
Oh, so they announced it officially now.
It's going to be officially August 14th.
Yeah. WBO Bantam World Weight Championship title. WBO on the line. Casimero, August 14th. And they got Rigo as the A side.
He is the A side. He deserves to be.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's not. I mean, I don't. You laugh, and the thing is that I think that if I were to have asked you this morning, you would have said Rigondeaux should be the A side. No.
Isn't Casimero the champ, the WBO champ?
Yeah, Casimiro's the champ, but it's like Rigondeaux's been in there with the lights of who he's been in there with, you know?
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, if your name not Canelo, it's pretty hard to say that you're the A side in your own title fight. I mean, not the A side in your own title fight, so I don't know.
I mean, I listen, regardless of the belt, Casimero needs a Rigondeaux win. Absolutely. He needs a Rigondeaux name. You know, you had said that earlier this morning, and you've said that in the past. And so that's how I see it. You know,
they name hunting right now. That's what they're doing. They name hunting.
Sure. Casimero, 32 years of age. Rigondeaux's 40 years old. And I think he'll be 41 when the fight. No, he'll be 40. You know, when the fights for the WBO 118-pound championship, and Rigondeaux has a secondary WBA belt that will also be on the line. But yeah, this is a significant fight here. This is a very significant fight.
At least they fighting him at his real weight, you know, like 118 is a decent weight because he walks around 122. So 118, he's probably gonna be a little bit strong there. Hopefully he ain't too old to make 118, you know what I'm saying? It's only 4 pounds, but I hear you.
Well, I think this is a good way, you know, because Casimiro's biggest thing is he wants Inoue. He wants Inoue, and he doesn't care how he gets him. He wants him. This win will get him that much closer. And they were supposed to fight, by the way. You know, this is a fight that is very capable of happening. But for me, to have a fight like Casimero, who is, you know, again, just this, I mean, bulldozer of a fighter, offensive juggernaut versus the craft of a Rigondeaux. I mean, this is when you're a fight fan, you think about how much you love the sweet science. This is both sweet and scientific. This fight offers it all. And so, yeah, this is a big win on the Showtime schedule. For everything that everyone's saying about this, the little guys save this schedule, I mean, tenfold. Without them, you know, and that's easy to say because it's like, you know, and all fights make up a schedule, right? But this is highlighted to me. The best fights are the lighter weights.
Let me double back to Triller and just remind everybody that Jake Paul, when he takes on Askren and Prograis, take on Redkach, that, you know, that'll be on Triller, who just bought out Fight TV. I think that we should talk about that. They acquired Fight TV. Fight TV was known to be, you know, one of the very big pay-per-view distributors amongst the boxing community, especially digital platform pay-per-view distributors. What do you guys think this means for Triller? The acquisition of not only Fight TV, but also Versus. They bought Versus from like Swiss Beats and Timberland as well, and now you can watch Versus on Triller. Gentlemen and ladies, what do you think that means
That's
for
strategic.
their
Strategic.
app in terms of boxing, though? Like,
very strategic. I think that what do they call it? Mergers. They're absorbing other smaller companies. Probably with smaller budgets, making the right deals to put themselves in the position where they can be the ones be the platform to watch boxing. I mean, Fight TV has we've watched so many boxing matches on there. I think is it Coach Mitty that always told us like, yo, it's on Fight TV. So I think that it's just Triller, man, doing the damn thing, making the right moves, and aligning themselves with companies that have been in the business of boxing already and combat sports. So I think that Triller right now is just ahead of the game in a lot of things. Sort of like when Eddie Hearn first, came out with the YouTuber fights, man. I see Triller as a whole, as a company, making them moves, bro. Making them global moves.
Yeah, listen, they're getting Fight. They're also getting Amplify, which was was like kind of like a social media platform where you can kind of engage a little bit more. But supposedly Triller has said that Amplify co-founder and CEO Maida Silva will be the new CEO of Triller Net. So there is a merger of sorts. It's not just like a like a buyout. I mean, it is, I guess, a buyout, but they're incorporating certain aspects. Yeah, it's a big time move. A guy like Kavanaugh, who seems to know what he wants to do, is maneuvering very specifically. And this isn't just like a boxing thing for them. They do a lot of other stuff, MMA, kickboxing, wrestling. So this is huge. This is huge. And we'll have to keep seeing how serious they are about making themselves an entity. It seems like with the $250 million already invested, they're heading the right direction.
Well, listen, this is exactly what I was talking about from before. I'm excited for all those who say, "Oh, we prefer the old school way of boxing, but the new way of living." They need to slap themselves, because this is the new way of doing things. Boxing is taking the production to another level. They're taking the entertainment to another level, and they're making the fights another level. Show encompassing everything all in one. So this is why I'm excited, that they adapted Fight TV, which brings the entertainment portion and the production because of the pay-per-view that they normally show. So it's a direct shot. They don't have to sign a deal because they already got their own, in their backyard. They can make it happen on Fight TV for pay-per-view. So strategic move. It's amazing. I love the way that they're doing Mario. They're not showing that they're already an entity and a player in boxing, because the moves that they're going to continue to make going forward, people are going to definitely be smart and go ahead and sign up. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see a prelude to how the Teofimo Lopez card is going to look, because my understanding that they're going to give these fighters as much control as possible in the production. You know what I mean? As well as the production gurus that they already have over there. So Atio can add his own touch to the show, being a young guy, whatever touch he might like. He likes to do his little Heisman thing after his victory. So whatever he can add to the show, it's going to be amazing to see just the creativity of these fighters and what they're going to put on in the ring. So I'm excited, man. I love it. So that's with your old school mentality, for boxing. Come on, man. Let's get on the train and let's go.
I don't know what you mean by that, but all right. I'm pretty much on anything that has to do with the sport.
This morning you said that you have I'm like an old school. I like the old school box.
I'm talking about jump rope, man. We was talking about jump rope. You taking my words out of context. Mario out here faking it with a fake jump rope to act like he really doing jump rope. That's different.
Mario, he trying to get you. There you go.
I don't know what a fake jump rope is.
Okay, what you think about Triller buying Fight TV?
You're on mute, Micah. There you go. You're good.
Okay. Right. I thought I had unmuted. I gotta look into it a little bit more, so I don't like to speak on things if I haven't really researched it well. But I feel like, as far as like with Triller with Versus, I think that's a very huge deal, because when you're talking about entertainment, that's like the new wave due to the pandemic. So for them to be buying Versus and then have that as far as with the boxing, I think that's major. I think that's visionary. So, like I said, I gotta look into it some more, but it looks like, they're really planning and plotting strategically to make sure they see, looking for the future. They're tapped into the future, trying to, intertwine the entertainment with the boxing together, which could be a really, really big deal, really big, major.
All right, what's next, Ness?
What we got on the docket, man?
Did y'all get the Brandon Maurice's super chat?
No.
Well,
he says, but this is from Brandon Maurice, says, Neri versus Figueroa and Rigo versus Casimero. Fire emojis. Little guys coming to save the day again. Benavidez and Jamal fighting poop emojis.
See, that's what I was about to say, that the two fights that after Gervonta's fight on the card, the other card that I was looking forward to is the Luis Neri versus Figueroa and the winner versus Stephen Fulton, because those fights are going to be just straight fireworks. Them boys about to let leather fly, and you know what I'm saying? And obviously Jamel Charlo becoming undisputed, or the possibility of it happening, is massive. So I mean, those fights right there is what I'm looking forward to. The rest I can kind of, you know what I'm saying, I can catch it on the replay. But as a boxing fan, I'm going to watch it live, obviously.
Well, I think that your point needs to be highlighted, absolutely, because it isn't just Luis Neri fighting Brandon Figueroa on May 15th for the WBC Super Bantamweight World Championship. This is a fight and where the winner will go on September 11th to meet Stephen Fulton Jr. Right, just like you said.
Who I think is the best in the division? Who gonna
power hitter?
Yeah, in my opinion, he gonna undispute that division. Watch.
Undisputed. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Listen, he is super talented. I definitely think he is one to watch in the division, and I honestly I think he could do it. Would I pick him as my favorite right now? I don't know, maybe, but I'll say that Luis Neri is an incredible fighter, and when we get a focused Neri, that's a dangerous guy.
To say that he's a big puncher, but he's undisciplined, and that's just my problem with it. Like you know what I'm saying, if he hits you hard, if he hits you enough, he gonna hurt you, but he's undisciplined. So I you know what I mean. He might come overweight again on the skin.
Sure. That's fair. Luis Neri. What you said is fine. I don't think that there's anything wrong with what you're saying. I think that it's factual. But again, I just think that when you look at the fighters that he's beaten, guys like Payano, guys like Arroyo or Miguel Arroyo, I guess. But these guys that he's beaten puts him in a position to where he fights a guy like Stephen Fulton. I mean, this crowns the best in the division for sure, I think.
Who you picking? So you had to pick today, Mario. Who you picking, Figueroa or Luis Neri?
Neri.
In the heart, Neri? Based on what? The power. Neri. Based on the power.
Man,
based on the power.
Give me Figueroa, man.
Exactly. Give me Figueroa, man. That's who I'm rolling with. The heartbreak here, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I love that. I can't say, oh man, y'all are dumb, or what a terrible pick, Francis and Ness. Like, not at all. This is a big time fight. This is very competitive. I wouldn't call it like the biggest upset in the world. If Brandon were to win, it's a good fight.
You ain't lying though. Neri's a monster. That boy is hard, man. he hard.
31-0, and a guy that's 21-0 are fighting, and the winner is gonna fight Stephen Fulton, who is also undefeated at what is his record? I think he is 19-0 if I'm not mistaken, 18-0, 19-0, something like that. But these are all undefeated fighters. These are all undefeated fighters in the best of the division. By the way, Stephen Fulton, to get to this position, beat Angelo Leo, who was also undefeated. So you could think about this as like a mini tournament where Angelo Leo and Stephen Fulton fought. The winner moves on. Now Neri Figueroa fight, winners moves on. When does this happen in boxing? When do divisions give you impromptu tournaments where the best end up fighting the best? It happens at bantamweight, flyweight, featherweight. That's where it happens, and it's happening again.
Damn, now that's sticking up for the lower divisions, champ.
I mean, again, man, with the lower divisions, you know, if you got about $5 million, you could have a tournament where the entire top 10 fight each other twice. You know?
And everybody gets paid well.
Yeah, and everybody gets paid well. Man, I wish all divisions were like that. That's the issue, man.
So do I.
Speaking of tournaments, so I wanted to ask a quick question because I haven't been as tapped in as I usually am. With the tournament, the basketball tournament, are y'all having ladies hoop too, or is this just gonna be men? It's
somebody got some skills. Somebody got.
I definitely come if you got some Where the TBV family? Where the ladies at? I'll come. I'll hoop if y'all have, but I don't know if it's
okay. You heard her herself, man.
She's trying to cross somebody over.
Oh, I definitely do that.
Okay, that's
I'll make a trip to Florida. You know, have some fun. We gotta get some more ladies. We gotta get some more ladies that's really tapped in with the boxing voice, with the hooping. You know, get everybody together. Have a nice time.
Feel me?
Definitely.
Let's go, champ. Let me get to this super chat. Sweet Hands Fernandez says Charlo versus Juan Montiel, Benavidez versus Uzgatiki. Them boys tough. Flexing emoji. I guess smoking, blowing smoke out my nose. I really mean it emoji. And hashtag King Canelo wink eye. And
word. Listen. I didn't want to make the show like the whole Showtime schedule because I knew it would take away. But yeah, I mean, it's so hard not to talk about these fights. Like Jermell Charlo and Brian Castano. Like, this is the fight that I thought, honestly, Francis was gonna be more excited about this than the Tank Davis, because he's been calling for this fight since before the Mel fought. He's been calling for this. This is like your birthday wish.
They didn't announce. They didn't announce Jamel.
They sure did.
Sorry, bro.
Sure did.
Hey, wow. Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought it was just Jamal.
Around. Wait, they going straight to the money.
Damn. Yo, so it's
true.
Bell
and Maul.
Yo, so it's true. There's no more Fox. Brandon Figueroa was a Fox fighter. Jamel and Jamal. Well, Jamal was more of a Showtime, but Jamel was Fox. Wow. Okay, there's no more Fox.
Nah, don't say that, Ness.
I'm telling you. I mean,
that's
not true. That's not true. No, it's
Earl
not
Spence
true.
Is gonna get a Fox date.
Yeah, Earl Spence said, "I wish Fox announced theirs." So there is still Fox.
They post their stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hearing it's gonna be a Fox pay-per-view for Earl, but still, Fox.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, who is he gonna fight? I mean, I guess Ugas.
Yeah, it's gonna be Ugas. But yeah, listen, Mel and Brian Castano, July 17th. This is for all the titles. This is what Francis has been wanting, and I'll apologize to Francis on air because I remember before the Mel fight and he had said, they're going to go straight into the Castellano fight. I said, I don't know. Boxing never works that way. It never gives us what we want. But here they are delivering. Francis, you the man, sis.
Appreciate you. Yo, listen, man, let me tell you something. If you guys thought Jermell Charlo was on 1,000, let Jermell Charlo become on this. He about to go buck.
First ever undisputed at 154 in the 4-belt era.
I'm not here to give no flowers, man. I'm here to say, why these dudes so angry, man? The writer announced the shit before. He breaks the story. He's giving you buzz. You come out on social media and straight play him out. Like, man, fuck everybody. Don't believe nobody. If it don't come from me, it ain't real. Fuck that shit. And fuck your pound for pound list too. And it's like, damn, you so angry. And then a day later, they announced the fight you just said wasn't real, motherfucker. Like, why y'all so angry? What's wrong with these dudes, man? Seriously.
Why you so angry, though?
What the fuck? Of course I'm angry because we the fans. We the fans. We the ones support them. So if we jumping on any rumor about them possibly fighting, that shows the anticipation. That shows how much of a fan we are. And you come and shit on us, but I mean, don't listen to nobody unless I say it. And then the same announcement's real. I'm just saying. I don't know. It's a little weird to me, bro. A little weird. You know, he's still mad at Andre too. He's still mad at Andre.
Charlo, man, he about to get undisputed, man. He about to get his opportunity to fight a guy who we know is not gonna lay down. He's gonna come out. He's gonna fight. Brian Castano grinded up Patrick Teixeira from Brazil to get that WBO title, and now he's about to put it on the line. Shout out to Argentina looking to have, you know what I'm saying, their first undisputed champion. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, Chino Maidana, my man there, Maidana, and everybody out there. What's my man's name? Lucas Matisse. Shout out to the whole, you know, Argentina boxing squad, man. They about to potentially have another one, but we know it ain't go down, man, because, you know, Twin Charlo about to show up and show out. Houston, stand up. You already know I can't believe that he's getting this opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to change his life, his family's life. Like, this is it right here. Not everybody gets an opportunity to become undisputed. We know the politics of boxing. So for him to get this opportunity right now at this age, he has another division he can go up to. Another division. This is great, man. Shout out to him. Take your flowers now, man. But you gotta chill a little bit.
So you know, I gotta say a little something. So Jermell, listen. Respect to the twins, of course. Great, you know, as far as, you know, passion. You could tell they really love what they do. They, you know, always give it 110%. But when Mel get done taking care of business, give my guy Tony Harrison a trilogy one of these days. I would love to see a trilogy. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the build up for that fight was just. It was epic, man. So, you know, and it's a fight that Tony wants, but I think Tony needs to do a little bit more than who he's going to fight. And that card as a totality is all right. Like the Harrison Pereira card, is some decent people on the undercard that, you know, we're interested in. You know, he's taking on Brian Pereira, who's moving up from 47 to junior middleweight. And then you got Vito Menelecki back, and F.A. Apucci's taking on Gian Nicholson. So we can't forget that cruiserweight banger's there, you know?
Jamal, right?
What?
Jermell.
What about
No, I was just in the loop right now. I was reading something else. I just wanted to be sure we're talking about Jermell with Tony Harrison.
We're
right?
talking about Jermell.
All right.
Yeah.
He's the one that fought him twice.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing the trilogy, Micah. That was.
Yeah,
you know,
why not? One more time, competition.
Those are one of those fights that I wouldn't mind seeing a trilogy on it. There's a few of those out there. And Vito Milanecki, man.
That's the thing for Jermell. He ain't giving it to Maul unless Maul. I mean, he ain't giving it to Harrison unless Harrison really do something. Like Harrison need to fight Lubin. Lubin in that position, but you see, Lubin is fighting now Rosario.
Sorry.
But Harrison should have took that fight because that puts you right back in Jermell's face. You know what I'm saying? You right back into like, let's go.
Next one was that I wanted to say Vito Milanecki too, man. He's going into the 8 rounders. I don't know if he's had any 8 rounders before. I don't think so. But do you know much about James Martin? Because I've really been wanting to see Vito. I know, you know, everybody got a trajectory and a certain way to bring their fighters up to speed, you know, in skill and competition. But anything about James Martin, champ?
I don't know nothing, but I don't expect nothing. Remember, Vito's mad young, and he's still like 18 or 17 or something crazy.
Yeah, he's mad young. He's probably like 18, 19.
My man was just in high school when he signed, so like they not doing nothing yet. This is like, look how many fights Gabriel Flores got, and Xander Zaya is like, you got to develop these teenagers. They still teenagers. Let them get their man strength. James is nobody but a name to get more rounds. You know, if he upset him, then it's a Robersi Ramirez thing.
True. What cards do you guys see Jared Hurd coming back on? that Showtime unraveled.
Yo, why Jarrett Hurl taking so long? I feel like, yo, is his connection to James Prince now, like by hanging in Houston and training with K, is like they trying to get him over the top, right? Like, homie ain't fighting a year, right? Is it like 2 years? Did he not fight since he lost to Julian Williams? Like, what the frick?
No, he had an in-between fight. He had a comeback in-between fight, but that was it since then.
I don't know, man. I feel like he might be doing the migration thing, man.
The migration
migrating
thing?
somewhere else for the weekend, man. We got Sweet Hands Fernandez that says Charlo versus Juan Montiel, Benavidez versus Ustatagi. Them boys tough.
Yeah, he got a second read.
And then we got Teddy B Midwest Sports Talk says Andrade is righty. That's why his left is awkward. That was for you, Micah. And Robert Singleton says Apucci versus Nicholson gonna be fuego emoji. Yes,
we ain't even touch on that, right?
I mean, I just did and y'all ignored it.
Oh, it must be the Etta before, you know? It's like you don't really see that name too often, but Apucci, y'all already know. What is his name? The War Machine or something, or something crazy?
His name is somebody gots to die, and it's not gonna be Nicholson. I'm riding with my mans in them, man. I know Apucci big, and he's with Ronnie, and Ronnie's my man, but like Nicholson is my man. You know, Ronnie, if Ronnie's fight or lose, Ronnie's good. Ronnie's legendary. Ronnie's world renowned. He's made his money. If Nicholson lose, he's back to the back. And I gotta root for my guy. You know what I'm saying? And I wanna hope that he's technically a little bit better than Apucci. I feel like Apucci's mad wide, man. He got them big ass arms, but I feel like he's so wide and just like brute. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping that Nicholson, give him that head move, give him that slick Alabama nature, and slam him with the equalizer. Hush.
Yo, Nigerian Pitbull. My bad. I'm talking about War Machine and all this other stuff. Yeah, Apache. Yeah, Apache is the Nigerian
Apache,
Pitbull.
man. Apache. You Apache. Where you at, man?
Bro, help me out here. Apache. Yo, Dion. I'm with Dion. You already know, champ.
Yeah,
Bama boys, stand up. I mean, Apache has an undefeated record with 10 KOs. But my man Dion Nicholson hits hard, bro. He hits hard, and his perseverance and his mental toughness. I think those combinations. You know, he has a few attributes to him that you rarely find all in one fighter, man. I'm going with Dion Nicholson on this one. Man, he's just a punch away from a stoppage. So who knows if this goes the distance.
Yo, shout out to fucking Jorge Capotillo, man. He out here straight killing things. My man,
you seen him?
My man, Nat, he just got the call for the Shakur fight, too. He in everybody corner, y'all. Yo, why y'all let me forget Virgil Ortiz? We 2 minutes late, man. Y'all be tripping.
Tripping, sipping.
Call him tripping. What? Listen, let me tell y'all something, man. That fight is about to be straight fireworks. Nicholson versus Apucci.
Mm-hmm.
Don't blink. There's two guys that's going to come in there, and they're going to try and knock each other's beans off the top of the head.
No, it's definitely going to be a burner. Damn, Virgil Ortiz, man. Had a hell of a performance. Robert Garcia filled us in on some of the things that, didn't go right in camp, man, and the kid still persevered. Showed mental toughness. So let's see how the champ's feeling, mate.
Word.
After a good performance. I mean, and look, man, sometimes fighters, they don't get the opportunity to be in the ring at 100%. You rarely do, man. Rarely does a guy say, I feel 100%. He might even say he's 100%. But, there's always little kinks, little things that happen during training that you muscle through them, man. You muscle through them. He's young.
Yeah, that's why we talk. Do me whenever we talk, and I remember you said it, you said it one time, and it really stuck with me, is like, it's one thing for a guy to go in there and do what he's supposed to do, and it's another thing for a guy to go in there and do what he's supposed to do, like against odds, like being hurt or somebody, having like a good game plan. Like it's you never know what happens till you get into that fight. So it's like somebody should beat somebody, but that
looks like I got dropped off.
Maurice Hooker, and we would judge it just by that. But rarely do you get the insides of the fighters, condition. So it's like, oh, okay, yeah, they're fighting, but you didn't know that Maurice might have twisted his ankle.
Exactly.
You don't know if Virgil might have, maybe hurt his hand a bit, and now you won't know these things, man. You just won't know. So it's like these
100% right.
These X factors that sometimes have a huge impact on the outcome of the fight, and you might not just know. And we got Virgil on. Virgil Ortiz, what's up, champ? Welcome to the Boxing Voice.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
we hear you.
Yes, sir.
Right, cool.
How are you, champ?
I'm pretty good. How about y'all?
Oh, we're good, man. Thank you for coming on the program. We just had Robert on not too long ago, maybe about 2 days ago. So, everybody's interested in talking to you, obviously, with the performance that you put on versus Maurice Hooker. And now the young Jaron Ennis just did his thing versus Lipinets. And the world has been matching the two of you guys, man. How have you been receiving, I guess, after Saturday's performance with Ennis? Has your social media been blowing up with people telling you they want to see you fight Ennis?
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's gotten to the point where I actually deleted Twitter, because like, man, it's I don't want to say it's overwhelming sometimes, like I want to see funny shit, that's why I get on Twitter. Yeah. But it just blew up. I'm like, so I deleted it for like 2 days, but I'm back on. I tweeted a little bit today.
Wow, so it got that much those many mentions came at you, man.
Yeah, man.
What did you think of Jaron and the performance versus the Lipinets?
I mean, he did good. I can't say anything bad about his performance. He did good, and he did what he was supposed to do.
Stupendous.
Do you think you would have done the same to Lipinets?
In a different way, yeah, because, I mean, we obviously don't fight the same, but I think the outcome would have been somewhat the same.
Are you impressed that he got the stoppage where your stablemate Mikey Garcia didn't?
I mean, I'm not necessarily, like, impressed, like, oh, shit, but it's kind of what I expected. Jaron he's a natural welterweight. He's a big welterweight. So I think that he was supposed to stop him.
All right. Anybody want to jump in?
Yeah. Go ahead, Francis. I'm sorry. I didn't see your hand up.
Yeah, I was going to say that thank you very much. First of all, I'm from Canada. My name is Francis. Your trainer was on here, and he was talking a little bit about your camp that you had going into the Maurice Hooker fight. Can you speak a little bit about, some of the things that you went through leading up to that fight?
Yeah, that was hands down the worst camp I've had in amateur or professional careers. I mean, honestly, we kind of went into that fight like, all right, we're taking a big risk right now. Maurice Hooker is no slouch, and we didn't take him as it at all. And I had a little bit of nerves going into this fight. I really did. I had COVID. I got COVID in the middle of February, in the beginning of February, and it's hard training with COVID. Not only you're feeling like shit, you can't spar. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to spar with anyone, and also I was training by myself. It's training with people and training by yourself is different. Training by yourself, it saps my energy. Makes me feel like, I don't know, makes me feel like I'm in prison almost.
Yeah, the isolation. I was gonna say, how did that feel?
Yeah, you won't push as hard as you would.
Yeah.
Like if you're with people, you're gonna go extra mile. If you're alone, you did your workout, you're out of there. So I get it, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that was one of the things. I mean, to be honest, we almost canceled the fight for 3 different reasons. One of the other reasons was I hurt my shoulder in the very last sparring, bro. And I'm talking about like maybe the last 2 or 3 rounds I hurt it, and I didn't notice it. But after the sparring, I tried to jab. My body cools down. I had like all the adrenaline running through me. I tried to throw a jab, and it kind of went down and kind of like in pain a little bit. I'm like, fuck. And then I told my coach, and they lifted up my sleeve, and then they see a big bulge on where my shoulder is. Like there's like a little triangle area. But I mean, long story short, I went through a lot that camp, and I still did what I was supposed to do. I was maybe like at 60-70% at that fight. I didn't feel very strong, not as strong as I normally am. But you know what? I know that I have a lot more in my tank. I know that I have a lot more to offer. And if people were impressed with that fight, or if they weren't impressed with that fight, that was a big reason behind it. And like, I have a lot more to show.
Well, man, congratulations, and bro, you definitely showed that you can push through adversity. So, for those out there listening, it's like some people might not know what you were going through prior to the fight, and now listening to you and you getting the win, and believe it or not, I still believe you looked strong. That's much kudos to you, man.
I appreciate it, and yeah, like I said, a lot of notable people wanted me to cancel the fight. I mean, including my dad, and Robert wanted to cancel it. Cyborg, my dad trains Cyborg sometimes, boxing wise, not MMA wise, obviously, but she trains her and she like, dude, cancel the fight because I think she had it maybe like last year or something, and she said no, just cancel it. And
wow,
I didn't want to cancel it. They were telling me to. I said no. I had to tell them many times no, but I persevered and I did it. Nothing else to say.
Verge, how's it going, man? It's Mario Munguia here. Thanks, man, for joining us. Listen, I'll be honest with you. Like, I heard Robert, talking, and I thought you looked great. I really did. I mean, I like you said, Maurice Hooker is no slouch. Like, that's the thing. Like, people talk about fights sometimes, like, if you have to be perfect. Like, it's a fight. You're going to get hit. It's a fight. Even Mayweather get hit. Like, everybody gets hit. So, really, I just want to know, because obviously it would have been a mistake if you canceled it, in the sense that you looked great, you looked good. What was the decision that, or what was the leading factors that made you go through with it? And at the end of the day, was it your sole opinion that made you go through with it? Like was it your decision and that's it? Everybody else was like, oh, you should cancel it, but then you decided, or was there anybody else that, said, hey, let's go through with it?
I mean, obviously everyone on the team has a say, but it all came down to, not necessarily like, oh, I'm not like, no, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. It's more like how do I feel? And they were basing their opinions off of that. Like, okay, like, we can say all we want, but it all goes down to how I feel about, like, do I feel ready? Do I feel like I can do it? And I mean, I felt like I could do it. It was going to be a challenge, and it was a challenge, but, I did it. And, I'm glad you brought up the whole getting hit thing, whatever. I had a lot of marks on my face, right? I got hit cleanly, maybe like 3 or 4 times. I see other fighters get touched up a lot, in many punches and many rounds. And, they have, Dolorman, this last fight, he got hit a lot, but he came out looking almost like he didn't fight.
And the same thing with the Jamal James fight, when he got hit a lot and he didn't look, Yeah.
I had my hands up the entire time. That's glove burns. People are saying, oh, he got touched up. He look at him. He looks all beat up. Like, well, at the same time, I hardly got hit, like my head going all side to side with sweat flying everywhere.
I don't remember you being hurt. I don't remember you being hurt.
Hey,
I was hurt, I don't. But
at some point in the fight, it might have seemed like you might have gassed a little bit. Did you gas at some point?
Oh, no.
Fight?
No. So I just tried to show that. So one of the things that me and my dad worked on was to try to beat him at his own game. And we thought that he was, and he did try to keep me out. So I wanted to see if I could keep him out with my jab. And, I think those were the times where maybe he caught me with some jabs. But, like, he timed it right. He caught some hooks with me. But I think I did a good job of, keeping him out. And when I was out, I was still in the center of the ring. I don't think there was really a point where he had me against the ropes for a period of time,
How you doing? How you doing, Virgil? This is Micah. I just had a quick question as far as, you talked about, feeling in prison, and you talked about how Twitter, it can be over and you becoming a star now. And, boxing and just being an athlete is about your mental strength. So I just wanted to know, what are some of the things you do as far as to help you to get in the right mind state?
Well, I definitely try to stay positive all the time. I have a lot of confidence in my ability. This is gonna sound stupid, I hardly have nightmares because I'm really positive. I try to see the positive in a lot of things. I had a dream that this is gonna sound so dumb. I had a dream that my little brother came running into my room, And he said, there's someone in the living room. And I'm like, fuck. So I go, and me and my brother are walking into the living room, and I see my little brother. But kind of like a sinister look on his face. I'm like, shit, there's a fucking demon in my house.
Word.
So, anyone else would have ran away. They start slowly running away. I went over there and I tried to punch him, like I try to keep that positive mindset. Like no one's gonna make me seem like I'm helpless or anything like that.
Yeah.
So that's just how I go about it, especially with the whole COVID thing. I'm not gonna let COVID bring me down. I'm not gonna let anyone bring me down, no matter who it is. That's just how I like to see things. I like to see it as I'm in control all the time.
Absolutely.
Spirit
that doesn't
is strong.
sound dumb at all. That sounds like the mind of a champion. You know
Strong
what I'm
mindset.
saying?
Yep.
Word. Because I'll tell you what, like I've had dreams like that, like where I see like demonic figures or whatever, and I don't run over and punch them all the time. Like we're not all built that way, you know. And so,
I mean, think of Freddy Krueger movies. Nobody really tries to fight him. They just be
exactly, man. And it's crazy because I really don't have nightmares. I just don't. If it seems like it's gonna turn into one, it doesn't happen, just because I try to stay positive all the time.
So, Verge, Robert made it clear that, he doesn't want you in a fight with any of the champs right now, or even Ennis. He wants to maximize on those opportunities. He says you're still young. So, is there anyone not name a champion or Ennis that you are, I guess, interested in facing?
I mean, I always considered Thurman, Garcia, and Porter, kind of like the big three. They all fought each other. They beat each other. I would like to fight one of them. As far as the champions, I would still like to fight the champions. And it's, I don't know when that fight's going to happen. I'm sure it will happen. We don't know yet. But I would definitely like that fight too. And really, like, I just want any fight that's gonna propel my career forward. Something that's gonna matter. When you play a game and there's those side quests, I want the main quest. That's what I want.
I love the way you put that. I play GTA 5, right? And it's like that's kind of what it's like. You could go through the main, story, or there's like these little side things, and a fighter's career can turn into that. Yeah, 100%. So let me just spin off of there real quick. When you got, your promoter coming out saying, I would love to match him with Crawford right away. And I know, those are things that promoters say because, you're fighting and, you want to create a buzz and stuff. But does it motivate you when you hear, someone like Oscar De La Hoya saying, I want him in there with Crawford, sooner than later? Or is it kind of like a thing where it puts a little more pressure? Like, how do you react to stuff like that when it's in the media?
Well, see, that's the thing. Some people treat it as pressure. I treat it as motivation. And the fact that people have high expectations of me, it makes me feel like they think I'm that good. Mm-hmm. And I want to prove them right. That's like the main thing about it. And I don't want to let anyone down. I want to prove everyone right. It makes me want to work harder in the gym and show them what I'm made of.
Virgil, did you happen to catch the Conor Benn versus Samuel Vargas fight by any chance?
I did, and I missed it. It was kind of early over here, maybe like 2. I didn't know.
Yeah, nah. It was definitely an early card. Oh, well, he was able to take him out in the first round. Just wanted, I guess, get your take on it. But if you didn't see it, I guess I can't really ask the question.
I saw the highlights.
Okay.
I didn't see the fight. I guess the whole fight was a highlight, though. So.
Yes, it was.
True. Yeah, it definitely was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what can I say? He took him out pretty good, and I don't think I think it would be hard to knock Samuel Vargas out cold, right? He took a lot of punches, and I think the ref did the right thing. He was taking way too much. He got caught like with a 100-punch combination in a row.
Yeah, he went killer instinct on him.
Yeah, man, and I think it was a really good win for him. What can I say?
And would you see yourself in the future facing a Conor Benn, or in the near future maybe?
I mean, I can't really say that I see it, but time will tell. Time will definitely tell. I don't want to speak on, he has to do this and that. People always try to say, let him fight this guy and this guy. If it happens, it happens. I'm not going to duck anyone. If he comes in my path, if anyone comes in my path, I'm going to go through it.
Verge, I wanted to ask, how realistic is Blair Cobbs or Rashidi Ellis? Can we get any of those 2 fights this year, or you not looking at those guys? They're not on your radar.
I'm not necessarily looking at them because I don't think that they'll propel my career forward. You know, a lot of people, they do want me to fight those guys. I think Blair Cobbs he's a good fighter. But he only has maybe like, I don't know how many fights he has. Maybe like 10. He's almost 30, or he might be 30 already. I don't think that does a lot for me. Rashidi Ellis, he's a good fighter too. You know, I can't say anything about him. But I don't think that fight would necessarily propel my fight forward. I know people want me to fight him, and if I have to go through him, I will. Don't get me wrong.
So
Blair's 14-0, and he's 31 years old.
Okay.
If you think those guys aren't gonna propel you, and guys like Oni Porter, Thurman, and Danny Garcia propel you, how do you make those fights happen? Especially right now, you know, they're essentially with another promoter and broadcaster, and you're with another promoter and broadcaster.
You know, I don't want to say it, like, I don't want to act like I know everything in boxing, because first of all, I hardly watch it. What I think will happen, I think, you know, there's gonna be some title eliminator, or there's gonna be a point where they have no choice but to fight me. And I'm not, you know, they're like, oh, you know, just give me a little bit of money. You know, I think that's more like the champions if I'm like gonna fight the champion or whatever. But I think that some way it'll happen where they have no choice but to fight me. You know, I'm gonna get to that point.
Mandatory position?
Yeah, something like that. You know, like let's say if they obviously still want a shot at the belt, right? I'm on my way up to getting the belt. We might be on a collision course to where only one guy's gonna make it, you know? So, and I know they're not gonna say no. They're gonna want to fight for the belt. And if they have to get through me, I don't think that they're gonna say no.
I wanted to get you. You said that you don't watch boxing like that. What you mean? You give an explanation. Like you're like one of the top prospects in the sport. On your way to world. Like, I mean, what you mean you don't watch boxing?
I'm gonna be honest, I really don't. If you tell me to name all the champions in 154 or 160, I probably couldn't tell you. I think I could, but you know, it's just that, you know, I think the sport is a lot of you know, if you want to fight me, you do this and this and this, and you know, I've been in this sport for 18 years already. That's I'm an adult in boxing years already, you know.
Man.
It's I mean, I'm around it a lot, you know. Sometimes I just want a break, you know.
I get that.
It's my life, and I don't want to say I'm tired of it, because I'm not, but you know, sometimes I just need a little breathing room, you know.
Absolutely, brother. I mean, I think
we've talked to a lot of fighters that don't,
because honestly, boxing doesn't stop for me, you know. It really doesn't. And you know, especially my dad being my coach, you know, we watch these fights. If there's some fights on, it's instant, like clinic time, you know. We're watching, we're learning all the time, you know. I get on social media, I'm at work, anything that I say is on the record. I'm working. even if I'm talking about something dumb like Call of Duty or something, I'm still.
Yeah.
You
know, I love that you use the phrase "on the record." You know exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's how it is. You know, people. If you say, you know, you see all these people getting canceled, you know, from saying something dumb in 2009.
Yeah.
Oh, you're working. Your social media is a job.
After the fight, Virgil. After the fights, how does Virgil Ortiz recharge the batteries? Because you mentioned a good point. You know, sometimes in this sport, there's so much commitment, especially sometimes from a young age. There you go, champ. Music. Absolutely. That's a beautiful thing right there, man. Yo, it's crazy. My mother plays the guitar. I always wanted to learn. I got to ask her to teach me, man. That's cool as hell.
It's never too late to learn something, man. If you want to learn anything, music is the way to go. It takes you, bro. I can learn a song. I can learn a few songs or learn something different in music, and it'll be nighttime. I'm like, holy shit, I just spent the whole day.
So how long have you been playing, Verge?
I've had a guitar since the 5th grade.
Wow.
But you know,
that is so dope.
I didn't really start teaching myself until high school. I got myself.
Oh, you taught yourself?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow! I thought you were gonna say you took it in school or something. That's awesome.
I mean, you know, like, you know, there are some YouTube videos that can show you how to do it, but you know, you kind of gotta.
That's still on your own.
Yeah, and
you gotta feel the strings, man. The music.
Yeah, I had to figure it out. Not totally by myself, because I had help on, you know, from YouTube, but pretty much I didn't have a teacher.
All right, cool. What do you like to play?
Everything. I can play classical on it. I can play rock. I can play pop.
That's what's up,
Right.
brother.
That's what's up.
And besides music being one of your outlets, I meant more along like, do you take maybe a 2-week vacation? Go recharge the batteries. Go to the beach, and relax. Like, what is it that Virgil does? Virgil doesn't want to relax.
That's what I do, man. I'm being honest.
I get that.
What clears my mind is running. I love to run. It's not just a boxing thing for me. That's something that even when I'm boxing and I run, it clears my mind.
That's what's up, man. Lucky you, because people normally hate road work, so that means your engine's always good, because you just love to run. Listen, we got a few questions from the people, and I want to get to those before you go. We don't want to keep you too long. David Maldonado in New York City says, who would be your toughest fight out of all the top 147-pound guys?
I really couldn't tell you because, I think my top guys would probably be Crawford and Spence, right? I think that's everyone's top in 147. I think they're difficult in their own ways. I think Crawford is, I think he's the smarter one. He's more intelligent. I think Arrow is the one with the size, and, he's a southpaw. Well, Crawford does switch at times too. He can fight southpaw. But I still think Spence has the size and he's stronger, although Crawford still is strong himself. And I can't really say Spence is not a smart fighter because, I think he fought Danny Garcia pretty well. I think he was the only fighter to actually beat him convincingly. Thurman, close fight. Porter, I thought it was a close fight. It would be between them two.
That's an interesting take.
Next one is from Dual Ingrams, I believe in Compton, says, what's your stance on being vaccinated? Are you an advocate after experiencing COVID? I know the Charlo brothers are, but some athletes are against it.
It kind of depends because it's the timing. I really do think it's the timing because the vaccine can make you sick. It's just like the flu shot. The vaccine has a little bit of what you're trying to fight against inside that thing. So, it learns it and there's a chance you can get it. I wouldn't recommend getting it like two months before the fight, right when you're about to start camp or even in the middle of camp. As far as athletes getting it, I think that they should, just to minimize their chances of it fucking up like it almost fucked up my fight. I think that it would be the smart thing to do.
Next one is from Victor Banuelos that says, what is the most difficult thing about pursuing a boxing career? And what is the easiest thing about boxing?
The most difficult thing, I think the most difficult thing is that it's a 24/7 job. You're gonna miss some birthday parties. You're gonna potentially miss your son being born or something like that. You're gonna miss out on a lot of life events because you're working all the time. You have to make sure your body's right. You can't drink alcohol. You can't. Well, I guess some people do drink alcohol, but I stay away from that. You really can't. You can't do these extra stuff that other people do. You're an athlete. I think boxers are like super athletes. We're well conditioned. Where it's a full body sport. That's probably the hardest thing. The easiest thing about boxing. Honestly, there's really no easy thing about boxing that I can think of. No, I don't think so. Even the interviews are hard sometimes. I had to get used to that too.
Well, you got good, man. You're very good at it. You're
so
very good.
How do you feel about Jake Paul saying that being a YouTuber is harder than being a boxer? Oh man, that's the answer I was looking for, man.
I don't know that dude. I really don't have anything nice to say about that. So I'll just jump him out.
Yo, so next one coming from King Amin of Essex says, peace, champ. What has Oscar De La Hoya done as a promoter to convince you that he can get you the right fights in your division? Has he offered you the Rashidi Ellis fight on his undercard, or does Golden Boy Promotions have something better to offer you?
I really don't know anything about, about Oscar's undercard or anything like that. I know it's on July 3rd or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if I've been offered that anything. We've been offered something, and I really can't say. I'm not at liberty to say, but
I get that.
It's probably it's big.
It's big. Okay. Wow. All right, man. That's
wait.
Very exciting.
Your announcement is big, or you mean the
the
undercard is
offer.
big?
He said the offer.
The offer.
The offer for you in your next fight.
I really don't want to say anything else. You know,
Yeah,
I've
Chance.
seen a lot of for the beans on what's gonna happen in the movie or what movie. Nah, I'm not gonna be that guy. I can't, and I don't want to jinx it.
But when
We
you
got
say
you. We got
big, though, you talking big money or big opponent?
If it's big money, it got to be big opponent.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Not
We'll leave
really.
it at that.
No, not really. Like, I mean, you know, Devin Haney's making $3 million for Linares. A lot of people already fought Linares,
Yeah, but
so
he's-
it's like an argument whether you think that's a big fight, right?
No. But you got to understand the context, Ness.
I
The
missed
question
it.
was, is he fighting? The question was, is Oscar De La Hoya done anything to show that he can get him the big fights in the division? And he asked, will he fight on his undercard? And the question was, you know, is that like a big opportunity? He's saying right now that, you know, he has something that's been
They're
offered
taking
that's
care-
bigger that he can't say.
They're doing their job right.
Okay. Well, that's the answer. But you know, and I get that, and I get it. You know, not gonna try to prod, but do you consider fighting on De La Hoya's undercard? Like, would that be like a big? Is that like a big stage to you?
I think so. I think so.
I think so too.
I agree.
I mean, that'd be awesome. I mean, dude, if you need sparring, hit me up, bro. Oscar, if you need sparring, hit me up. I would love to get
I would love.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be really cool.
That would be dope. That would be super dope. Okay, so then, yeah, I think that definitely answers the question. Moving on to Rue in the 504 says, have you seen anything impressive out of Boots Ennis so far? And you kind of answered that, but I don't know if there's anything you want to add.
I mean, I really don't want to add anything. He's a good fighter. You know, he's a good fighter.
Fair enough. Ken, with the next question, said, what's going on, champ? How do you think a match between you and Conor Benn will play out?
I think it'll be very competitive. It would be a very competitive fight. You know, I saw the highlight, and he's in it to win it. He really is. He's there to fight. Yeah.
Got you. 40 Thief with the next question. Oh man, I can't remember where 40 Thief's from. Says, excluding fighters from your camp, who is your favorite fighter to watch currently, and who is your all-time favorite fighter to watch? Thanks for being on the show, champ.
No comment.
No, I have a comment. It's hard. I mean, yeah, it's a good thing that they said, you know, people from my camp, because, you know, when you know someone and then they're in the ring, you know, you're on nerves, you're nervous, you know, it's in any little punch, like, oh, you know, so, people who's not in my camp. Okay, I'll just go to the other one. The all-time favorite is probably, this is hard, you know.
It's a lot of good fighters, man.
You know, at one point, Lomachenko was probably the one that I love to watch the most, because he's so technical and he does so many beautiful things. He's like water. He moves like water in the ring. You know, he does all this stuff that I didn't know you could do in the ring. You know, he you know,
he was on his Bruce Lee.
Yeah, I think. Let me see. I'll come back to it. I'll think.
Okay.
I'll come back.
All right.
No, that sounds good. Let me see. Where's we left off at 40 Thief? Mr. Ardor asked, and you kind of answered this one. We'll give him the shout out. Do you believe Rashidi Ellis will be the toughest test for you amongst Golden Boys welterweights? Oh, okay. So he asked a little different. Is Rashidi Ellis the biggest test out of the Golden Boy stable?
I think so.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
Mm-hmm. And as far as a fighter that I like watching the most, it's Naoya Inoue.
Yes.
That dude's a monster.
Good pick.
He's a monster. I love watching him fight. He brings it.
Yeah, definitely fun to watch. Yeah, see, you know, and that's the thing is, like you say, you didn't watch boxing, but obviously you watch some boxing, you know, to know these guys. So
right, Mark.
So what'd you say, Francis? I'm sorry.
No pun intended. His name is the monster.
Yeah, there you go. He is the one. Verge like that one, Francis.
Yeah, that was good.
You got him. Let's see. Yeah. Moving on to the next one is from Coach Myers. Says, "What's up, champ? Seeing that you're from Texas, was you an Earl Spence fan when he was coming up? And in your mind, when did you realistically think you could possibly fight him?"
I still am. You know, I watched all of his fights. He's and I grew up in the same gym as him. You know, I definitely support him. If the fight ever happens and I fight him, obviously I'm not going to support him. But you know, I wish the best for him. You know, and I hope he wins all his fights. What was the other side of the question?
He said, when did you realistically think you could possibly fight him? Guess like at what point did he stop being? Was he less fighter you like to watch, and more fighter you think you could beat?
Maybe like a couple of years ago. I can't really say there was like a instant like turning point.
No, that makes sense.
It slowly crept up, you know. It was like when I was at 140 and my favorite welterweight was Keith Thurman. You know. Okay. Because he is a really good fighter. You know, the fights with Sean Porter and Danny Garcia are some of my favorite welterweight fights. You know, they were action packed and he brought it. So when I got to 147, I'm like, shit, I'm in the same weight as him now. You know, and I started going up the ladder. The fight started seeming more makeable. And like, okay, yeah, you know.
No, definitely.
So it's kind of like that same scenario right there.
And people think, oh, you know, like people refer to him as washed up at times. Like he lost to Manny Pacquiao, one of the greatest of all times. Like, you know what I mean? Like he is still a dangerous, incredible fighter for sure. But next coming from Bros, said, I think that's Ambrose, says, seeing you got skills on the fretboard. What was your inspiration, and would you ever join a group? Blessings from Lubbock.
My inspiration, one of my favorite boxers from when I was little, maybe like elementary school, he gave me a guitar, and he showed me. He didn't really show me how to play, but he showed me this website called GuitarCenter.com, and it shows you how to play. Like not necessarily shows you, but it shows you like the notes on what string or whatever. And I had to figure it out by myself. And sometimes they were wrong. Sometimes they were completely wrong. So I really had to that's how I developed like an ear for it. You know,
the ear, yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Up just by hearing it, because you have to make sure that it's the right note.
You know, I'm visiting that website now.
Oh yeah, and I think my biggest inspiration was honestly Guitar Hero.
Yo,
really?
I was ill in Guitar Hero.
I loved Guitar Hero.
I was in like,
I will whoop every single one of you guys.
Never. Bro, we on expert over here.
Expert, man. Come on.
Bro, I used to love that damn game, bro. Those were the gaming days for me, man. I haven't gamed in so long.
Exactly. That was the golden era right there.
Hell yeah. Playing Sweet Child of Mine on Guitar Hero. Yo, there was nothing like it.
Yeah.
Makes you a fan of a lot of different music too. Next one coming in from Intrigue the Incredible says, do you think you have more one-punch power than Keith Thurman? Stay away from Keith Thurman as long as you can, champ. No matter what the biased media is saying about him, healthy Keith Thurman ain't nothing to play with. Lastly, do you think Hooker has more power than Mikey? Because I'm sure you have sparred him before. Best of luck on all your futures endeavor, champ. So the question was, do you have more one-punch power than Keith? And also, do you think Hooker has more power than Mikey?
Well, firstly, I'll say right off the bat, Mikey, he has more power.
Okay.
He just has that heavy hand, you know. He's really strong. He'll move your whole body with one punch. Let me see. Do I have more one-punch power compared to Keith Thurman? I think that Keith Thurman is an explosive fighter.
Sure.
I think I'm a little stronger. Okay. I think I'm a little bit stronger. You know, he definitely has a pop, but I think I have more of that sledgehammer. You know,
bulldozer type of
Thor's hammer.
I have a little more.
Thor's hammer, yeah. Thor's hammer.
I've said it in different interviews. There's different types of power. You know, there's a power that, like Mikey, like I just said, he'll move your whole body. He's a very strong fighter. He'll hit you and he'll move your whole body. I've sparred some people where they hit me in my arm and my arm hurts, you know, like the power protrudes into your bone, like
shit.
Concentrated power.
Yeah, like that, and like Ryan has that snapping power. one punch right there. If you're not careful with that quick left hook, it'll put you out. So
that kind of snapping power.
The power.
What that snapping power that you're talking about? Like, how do you Can you develop that, or is that something like a guy like Ryan just has naturally? Like, is that something that can be developed?
It's definitely developed, but it's a lot of years. It's a lot of years.
Okay.
I mean, just to even get it to that level, I would say that Ryan probably has the best snapping power in boxing right now.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. That was Big Casual up next. Says, "What's up, champ? Do you think a fight between you and Boots Ennis will be a huge welterweight fight that could be on the level of a Bud versus Spence, if not bigger? Or do you think you guys might face off in a bigger weight class?" So basically, he's asking if that's the future Bud versus Spence, you and Boots, or will it happen in a bigger weight class?
I mean, I can't tell you the future.
Of course.
I think in either way, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's gonna be the biggest fight that boxing has to offer. Doesn't matter what weight class.
Love it. Yes, definitely. That is what we need. Fights like that for sure. That's what's gonna raise all of boxing, not just y'all's career. It'll make more people tune in when the best are fighting the best. Mm-hmm. The next one coming from James Benitez from San Antonio says, "Sup, champ? I told everyone you was going to beat that boy going into the fight. My question is, since you knocked off one guy from Bomax camp, what about Bud? Do you feel Bud is ducking you? Better yet, do you feel Bud is overrated at 147?
No to those questions. I don't think he's ducking me. Obviously, he's a champion. He probably has better fights offered to him. He could probably get more money off of other people. So, it is a business. Boxing's a short sport. So, I mean, I understand that much. I don't think he's overrated. He was undisputed at 140. He won the title right away at 147. You can't, I mean, if people have anything bad to say about him, it's, it could be bias. I mean, I'm not defending him at the same time, but he's a good fighter, and he's not overrated, in my opinion.
If y'all fought next, would you say that you would be the toughest fight of his career at 147 specifically?
I mean, honestly, I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I have the power. I feel like I'm pretty smart.
You have the youth?
Yeah, the youth and all that stuff. So
and you're just getting stronger and stronger. I mean,
I think so.
Hey, Verse, you being 10 years younger than him, you think that matters, or you think that your youth only, kind of like evens out because of that's 10 years experience he got over you?
I don't think that I think it matters, but not drastically. It's not like it's one-sided just because off of age alone. Just because of the the physically part, you got to think about the mentally. He's been boxing for a long time. He's 33 or whatever, how old he is, I'm not sure. Yeah. But it's how do you say, when one thing goes up, the other thing goes down. It's like that with the age. It's a give or take. There's pros and cons to everything.
Definitely counterbalance.
Are those all the questions?
No, we got one more question from Sweet Hands Fernandez, and he says, "Virgil, what up, champ? Welcome to TBV, the best boxing podcast in the world." I didn't make that up. He wrote that, I promise. Can you tell us who's your top 3 pound for pound and why? By the way, congrats on the Hooker fight. Watched it at my family's party. Had everybody watching on the projector poolside. Los vamos. So, top 3 pound for pound.
Vamonos.
Oh, I thought he said. Oh, my bad. He put LOL. My bad.
Yeah.
I said, my bad. Yeah. So top 3 pound for pound is what he had. Yo, they watched that poolside on the projector.
Yeah,
that's
that.
That's fly.
Thank you. Top 3 pound for pound. I would have to say Canelo is number 1. See, this is hard. And then
it is hard.
In Inoue.
Okay. Bud, maybe.
See, that's what I'm thinking. It's either him or Spence, or I mean, Lomachenko was like my 3rd one. I mean, he lost.
Does Tio take his spot? Tio doesn't take his spot for you?
I don't think so. You know, I don't think that it works like that. You know, you still gotta. But I mean, he definitely earned it. He earned the belt. You can't say nothing about that. I would place him maybe like at 5.
Okay, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
So you had Canelo, Inoue, and I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, we can come back to it. I'm gonna ask you a few questions.
Nah. We got 2, man. Let's get this over with the people. I don't want to leave anybody out. Eric Cruz, who you've already met in person from Dallas, Texas, says, "Yo, Verge, I met you after the Ryan Garcia-Luke Campbell fight. I'm glad to see you on the Boxing Voice. My question, next time I have a Border Wars fight in Dallas, can you train me? Laugh out loud. # Sweat Boxing Gym."
Oh, Sweat. I be training there sometimes. I mean, a lot of people ask me to train them. I'm not a trainer, you know. I straight up like me training. Got to focus on me first. But I mean, you never know. Maybe I'll be a trainer one day.
Last one is from Florida. Jordan Baker says, "Do you feel DAZN is a good place for young fighters to sign to?"
I think so. You know, they do a really good job of promoting their fighters. I think so. They give them some good money. From, you know, I'm around some DAZN prospects, so I hear. You know, they're pretty good. They got their own platform too. You know, anyone can watch anywhere in the world now, so I don't see why not.
Those were all the questions there, Virg. If you got time for Francis's famous questions, he's making them well-renowned now. Go for it.
I'm really not doing anything.
Perfect. I just want to know, when you're running, right, and do your conditioning work, what type of music are you listening to? What's on the playlist?
I listen to everything, man. I mean, okay, I'll just put it up right now. I'll just name some, not necessarily songs, but like, let's see.
We getting the Birds playlist.
I make a new playlist every month, and I make a new playlist running, for driving in the car. Wow. I have a whole playlist for showering. You know, I love music that much. I have to have a little bit of everything, so I separate everything so I can listen to everything.
Bro, I do it the same way.
Yo, I got a little like waterproof speaker in my shower, so I dig it, bro. Sometimes
the shower is so lit. Yeah, right? The shower is so lit. Yes, it had a music while you're in the shower. Oh, yes.
That's my thing.
I can't believe he got separate playlists for like. I mean, cause I'm
gonna start doing that.
My playlist will always consist of the same song. Like if I love a song, it's gonna be in every playlist.
Oh yeah, that's the beauty of it. If you still want to listen to your favorite song, you can still hear it. You know, there's a time and place for different kinds of music. I
so believe in that.
I mix everything up. But yeah, so let me see. I got some Avenged Sevenfold. I'm not sure if y'all know who those people are. Let's see, I got some Mexican group, Conjunto Primavera. They got some good songs. I got 21 Savage. I got Offset and Metro Boomin. I got some Muse, Drake. Let me see, Black Eyed Peas. I like the Black Eyed Peas. I got Lord. Lord is better than Lana Del Rey, by the way. Just got to put that out there.
Sure, I could rock with that.
Let me see, I like My Chemical Romance.
I think Micah asked you, do you have some Aaron Carter on there?
I don't.
No, I did not.
I got some country on here. I don't know if y'all know some guy named Jason Aldean.
Yeah.
Fora. That's just on April.
Let me ask you a question then. Does that music change pre-fight, like before you walk out the locker room, before your ring walk? Do you have a special song that you like to play to get you right before you leave the locker room?
No, we changed it up. We go from like, Mexican music. We go to Black Sabbath. We listen to everything. I get my music taste from my dad. I would listen to his Zune all the time. So my music taste came from him. He listened to a lot of he listened to everything pretty much, and even like
rock en español.
That Latin freestyle, like that was before my time, right? But I liked it. It sounded pretty good.
All right, cool. My next question I want to ask you is what is your pre-fight meal?
Pre-fight meal. Let me see. After weigh-ins, you always gotta get some steak. Steak is the go-to no matter what. I'm pretty sure every fighter gets some steak, some mashed potatoes. I really can't eat what I want after weigh-ins because I still gotta fight. I can't be putting too much bad stuff. Like anything like pizza. Pizza's probably like the best.
So that's where the second half of the question comes in. Is like, what is your post-fight guilty pleasure? Like, I got to have it when I get out the ring.
It's enchiladas, bro. My grandma makes the best enchiladas in the world, bro, and that's she has them ready when I get home.
Oh man, that's love.
Can I ask really quickly? So Virgil, so how do you like your steak? Like well done, medium well, more rare.
For the longest time, I thought that the only way to get it was well done. So that's all I ate it as, and it was kind of dry. I'm like, dude, steak is overrated. It's not good well done. That's why. And I'm like, okay. So when my friend ordered it medium well, I'm like, dude, what is that? What's wrong with you? Like, well done. He's like, no, it's a little less cooked. It's a little juicy. I'm like, and I tried it. I'm like, this is pretty good. The lowest I've gone is medium. I can't do the bloody stuff right now because I started at well done. I can't just, but I get it for the most part, medium well or medium. It just depends on the place because, sometimes they're not consistent.
Yeah, man. You gotta work your way up to medium rare. That's when it's going to get juicy and so flavor.
If it's a burger, medium rare. I'll get a burger medium rare.
Yeah, I got one more question to ask you before we go. One more. Final question is, if you were a superhero, what would be your superhero power?
There's so many things, If I had to choose one, I would just straight up pick flying because you can do that almost anywhere. It's not destructive. If you have laser beams, or you can't do that all the time. But if you're looking at some girl and you freaking laser, you can't be doing that. You can't be doing that.
So, Cyclops.
You can impress everyone by flying. You can go a lot of places flying. I think teleporting was a pretty good one. But let's say you teleport with your arm in the wall, you just lost your freaking arm.
I love that you overthink it. Listen, did you ever watch the movie? Have you ever watched the movie Jumper?
Yes, I love that movie. I've been wanting to watch it recently.
As soon as you said teleport, that's where my mind went.
Yo, oh my God, I always wish I had that power.
Man, I would watch it like every day in the summer. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for answering my questions.
We got two more slid in. If you got time, we got Seattle, Washington. Dominic Christoph says, "Who's your top 5 music you bump when you're in the car after a win, after a pro fight?" So I guess, what did you listen to after Maurice Hooker?
I like Avenged Sevenfold. Avenged Sevenfold's my favorite band. Drake is, hands down, probably my favorite.
Shout out to the Six
Is
guy.
he a rapper? He doesn't rap all the time. He does some singing stuff.
He's versatile, man. That's why he's got more fans.
You can't sound the same. You can't sound the same, and that's what I like about Drake.
Shout out to Drake. He's the GOAT from my city, from my country, Canada. He the GOAT, the greatest of all time. No cap.
I like his music. So I would say Avenged Sevenfold. I would say Drake. Let me see. Let me look at my March playlist because that's when I fought. All right. Let's see.
Damn, the bro got a monthly playlist.
Yeah,
yo, I gotta get my shower playlist going, man.
Natty jump JD for me, man. Sorry.
I got Drake, Offset, and Metro Boomin. There's just one song I like. That's
a dope album.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that whole album. I like that one song. It's not Ric Flair Drip. I listen to that one a lot. Everyone knows that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a real good one.
Mad Stalkers. I like Mad Stalkers. That's a good one right there.
Yeah.
That's a good song right there.
Yeah.
21 Savage is probably one of my favorite rappers. I like listening to him.
I love that new album. It's even good screwed and chopped too. I heard it both ways.
Yeah. And so that was 3. I like The Weeknd. The Weeknd is one of the best.
Love The Weeknd.
Yeah,
Hell
another one from Canada, from the 6. Yeah.
Sorry. And I would say Maná. Maná is a Spanish rock band.
Yeah, Maná. Yeah, bro.
Yo, my mom used to vacuum the living room and listen to Maná for hours every Saturday.
Yo,
you ever listen to some Enanito Verdes?
What's the big song Maná got that everybody knows it? You can't be around no Latin women without them starting to cry and sing that Maná song.
Mariposa Traicionera.
Something like, it's
Mariposa, or Si No Te Hubieras Ido.
Tuviera sido another
song, but it's covered. That's a pretty good one.
Oh man, that's crazy. We got one more slid in. One more slid in from Intrigue the Incredible in Atlanta that says, "What does Ortiz say to fans who think if you fight Thurman or Boots that use movement for defense and switch up styles will be a problem because you're not as mobile and not known to have great footwork?"
Well, I've only used what I need to in my fights. You haven't even seen the rest of the 5 rounds. There's a lot unknown from me that people have yet to see. You know, I've had some fighters come into the gym and they're like, dude, I didn't know you could fight like that. Like, why don't you fight like that? Well, because I haven't needed to. You know, I can stick and move if I need to. I can be patient with it to where it's almost a boring fight. Although I don't like to be like that. You know, I can be hella fucking smart if I need to. If I need to, only if I need to. But I can fight. I'm like Drake. I'm versatile, bro.
Verge, are you slightly upset that you had to move up? Because I feel like if you
I could have got a title at 140.
Yeah, and I mean, and just not only that, but take advantage of like weight. You know, you if you can make it, you know, like you would be as strong as you are at another division. I don't know. Did that ever bother you? That, or do you think, I don't know, just.
I don't think the word bothers the word for it, but I would say maybe a little disappointed. Like, damn, like sometimes it's in the back of my head. Like, fuck, I could have. That was another division I could have added to my resume. You know, because you got like Mikey Garcia, a 4-time division. You know, he's looking for his 5th. You got Canelo. I'm not sure. I think he's a 4-time too. It's that could have been an extra number I could have had in my resume, but you know that's the past, so I'm not gonna let it bother me. Stay positive. So.
Now, let me make sure. Can I ask a question? Really quickly. So, as far as, did you rewatch, your fight with Hooker? Have you rewatched?
I watched it that night.
You watched it that night. So, as far as with certain things, did you pinpoint to see, like, was there certain things you felt like you needed to improve on? Like, did you just notice that one thing, like, oh, I could have did this just a little bit better?
You know, there's always room for improvement, always. That's why I watch my fights. And I'm not going to lie, I watched the first one as a fan, like, ooh, I enjoy it. And then I kind of rewatch it again, like, all right, this is what I got to do. I'll rewind something like maybe like 10 times, see exactly what happened, see what I could have done better. For that fight, I don't necessarily think I needed to be more mobile in that fight. You know, in the first round, I was moving my head. But, you know, once I felt the power, I didn't really feel like I needed to worry about it. So that's why you saw me just kind of not eating the punches, but kind of just absorbing them, you know, with my gloves, just focusing on the openings that he was giving me when he was opening up, you know. So, you know, a lot of people say that I'm not mobile. I'm you know, I don't think they've said this, but like I'm a sitting duck or whatever. But really, I'm just, if you give me what you're giving me, then I'm going to give what I need to give, and really only that, because I'm not going to show all my cards. You can't.
Of course.
So that's, and obviously I could have, there's some things that I obviously could have done better. I feel like I should have started earlier to the body, but I mean, you know, the fight played out the way it did, so I think it was okay.
Verge, those are all our questions, brother. We want to thank you.
Obviously. I got one more. Real quick. Verge, real quick. I got to ask you, Liam Williams, Demetrius Andrade this weekend. Give us your take on that fight. Also, Canelo, Billy Joe Saunders, if you could. Give us your opinion on that fight, because I know, you know, those are some fights.
Yeah. Demetrius Andrade, I think Demetrius should win. He has power. I think he has underrated power at 160. He's at 160, right?
Yeah.
All right, just making sure, you know. So I think he has underrated power. He's kind of unpredictable in a way, you know. He's not a very orthodox fighter, like punching wise. You know, he throws punches you don't think that's gonna happen, you know. And I saw one of these combinations from him, like, damn, I would have never seen that coming from him, you know. But I think definitely that Andrade should win. I think he should win pretty good.
Good? You think stoppage or decision?
I really can't say. I would say in a dominating fashion.
Love it. And Canelo, Billy Joe, how do you see that fight going?
I mean, you know, he's my pound for pound number one, so I'm going for him as how it's gonna go. I think that Billy Joe's gonna try to box him. I think it's gonna be a boring fight for a little bit, because that's just how he fights, and especially someone as much power and IQ as Canelo. I think he's gonna try to keep him out of it, maybe try to frustrate him. But I think Canelo's just gonna find a way. That's what he does best. He's gonna find a way. And pretty soon, not pretty soon, but like later in the fight, Billy Joe's gonna have almost no choice but to kind of start picking it up, and then that's when the mistakes happen.
My final one: Tank versus Barrios. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Mario Barrios.
I think you know what? You asked me about who I like watching the most. I think Tank is probably at the top of that list. He's that dude. That dude is something else. He really is.
He's fun.
He is. I love watching him fight. And I think I'm not sure. I think Tank is gonna win. He's moving up to 140. Mario Barrios might be bigger than me.
Yeah,
not
that's a big 140 guy.
But he might be a little taller than me, so there might be some issue there. But this is boxing, and Tank has that one-shot power, like definitely. So it's gonna be a tough one, but it's gonna be a competitive one. Mario Barrios is no slouch. He's a world champion, and or at least he has the title below it. But you can't count him out. You can't count out Mario. I've known him since the amateurs. He always had that. What stood up for me when Mario Barrios, we used to fight in the Texas Silver Gloves. That dude was fast, and he had that pop. I don't want to say he's like Ryan, two different types of power, but that dude can pop, and he has power, and he's smart, and he's lanky too. So I think that's gonna be a really good fight.
I had one from Casual Bass Guy that came in, Verge. I think he was just trying to shout you out. He said, shout out to Virgil. Keep being yourself, man. You ain't a robot like some dudes who are just playing like vanilla. Keep being yourself, bro.
Yeah, I don't like vanilla, bro. I went to Sonic, and they don't have any strawberry products right now. I don't know if that's the case in y'all's area or whatever, but
seasonal.
I like strawberry, right? Strawberry is my favorite flavor to go in anything. I'm like, all right, they don't got strawberry. All right, give me a banana milkshake. I'm like, all right, so they give me my order, and like, oh, I got you vanilla milkshake because we don't got no more banana. Bro, I threw it away. I don't like vanilla. I even try to eat it. It's just plain. It's not good. But
where was that?
Shout out to what's his name, so I can say his name.
Casual Bass Guy.
Shout out to Casual what?
Bass Guy.
Fast like
bass, like fishing bass.
Oh, bass.
Yeah, Casual Bass Guy, but
But yeah, shout out to Casual Bass Guy. I appreciate it. Thank you.
And
another
that's
one
all
came
the
in
questions, Verge. Thank you for coming on. I don't want to keep you too long. It's already been an hour. But if you could give out your social media, we do appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's Virgil Ortiz on Instagram and Twitter and pretty much everything.
Thanks, brother.
Awesome, man. Thanks, Verge.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Great
WBA
interview.
Gold Champion Virgil Ortiz. We appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Doomy never pays attention to his fucking text. You be aggravating me. This is why we need to be in studio. I just would throw a fucking like a pillow or a boxing glove at you. You never
he was saying that he was fine for the last. He said he was doing.
Yeah,
Yo,
so I don't know why you were rushing.
Champ, because it's not about what
I understand. No, I get it.
What I'm telling y'all, and it's something completely different from his time. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry too. Ness, I saw you put that. I should have.
He's not paying attention. If he paid attention, you guys would know it's not about the time and what it's specifically about. But let's
wait.
Move
He had
on.
started the question, so my bad too. I should have reiterated it too. Ness. My bad. I saw it and I didn't say anything.
He started the question way before I put it in there. We need to use the chat to communicate. I've said
Sure.
that for 17 years already.
You're right. You're right.
But can we move on? I know, Michael, we haven't even gotten to talk about your guy. No?
Who's Micah's guy?
Tony Harrison, Detroit.
Oh, your guy, Tony Harrison. That's right. Stand up.
Detroit versus everybody all day, every day. West Side, what it is, it's the queen.
Uh-oh. So Tony gonna come to fight, and that fight's actually going to be, where is that? That's gonna be in Los Angeles.
Oh no, I don't know where.
Yeah, in LA.
It's gonna be in LA.
Fighting Bryant Perella. There's a lot of fights on here that I didn't even know were happening. Like Omar Juarez is on the card. Cordell Booker's on the card. Vito, who Ness had talked about earlier, was going to be on the card. It's a little sneaky little card they had, and Apache, I don't know how to say his name. I've seen people talking about him on Twitter, fighting Dion Nicholson, who we do know in a 12-round cruiserweight bout. Why it's 12 rounds, I don't know. There must be some sort of title, like a regional or something. I don't know. Let me see.
F.A. Apucci?
Yeah, F.A. Apucci. Thank
It's
you.
an
Thank you.
eliminator.
I always
It's an
forget how
eliminator.
it is an eliminator. Okay, thank you. I was trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Apucci fight much at all. Little things here and there on Twitter, but a lot of people are very excited about him. A lot of people have a lot of good things to say about him, and I know some people who were able to see him train in Texas and get sparring in, and they're very excited about him, and I know Dion, I know he's a good fighter, and should be a good fight. That's going to be the co-main event, actually. With Tony Harrison in the main card. Tony Harrison's coming into the fight 28-3, but he is coming. No, wait. 28-3, and he's fighting Bryant Perella, who is 17-3. Bryant is coming off of a loss against Abel Ramos. He is 2-2 in his last 4 fights. He lost to Collazo, came back, beat Breedis Prescott, who someone might remember as Amir Khan, fighter that made his name off of Amir Khan. Then he came and then beat Dominic Dalton, and then again lost to Abel Ramos. So, Bryant's coming in trying to right the wrong. Tony's also coming off a loss against Jermell Charlo, and we haven't seen Tony in action since December 2019. So yeah, I mean, do we expect ring rust for a guy like Tony?
Man, it's been. Go ahead, Micah. It's your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's going to be, like he said, I watched a couple interviews, of course, the Brian Custer Last Stand podcast interview. I'm looking for him to be, rejuvenated, fresh, that time off. But like you said, you never know. He got to get back into the ring. He hasn't been in there in such a long time. So many things has happened. But I'm looking for, Tony to really do a good job. And I really think he could really possibly put Brian away. Hopefully he can, about the 7th and 8th. I'm trying to be balanced. I like Brian, certain things I see from him too, certain skill sets and things like that. But I'm looking for Tony to, get the job done in impressive fashion, get him out of there, or at least even if it's to the end, just to dominate. But I definitely want to see too, because it has been, a while for Tony. So I want to see what, he's looking like.
I wonder what happens with this one, man, because, Harrison has shown throughout his career to be a little bit chinny, and Perella had power at 47 but struggled to make weight. I wonder, moving up to 54, does he all of a sudden feel, rejuvenated, and can he at least get a knockdown? We'll see. I think Harrison is 10 times more skilled, a way better boxer, but he loses focus, he could be winning a fight and then something always happens, you know what I mean? So right. He's got to stay focused. Hopefully we get it right and he gets the win and we can get that Jermell Charlo rematch. He's got to build towards that.
I would love to see that. I would definitely love to see that. And he's only ever lost to really good fighters. Willie Nelson was had a good momentum heading into that fight. That Willie ended up winning. Jarrett Hurd, we know, is one of the best at the division, and he lost that fight. And then Jermell Charlo, who could prove to be the undisputed king of that division. So none of those are losses that he should feel bad about or it's definitely he I don't think he's a shot fighter. He is 30 years old, but there's a difference between 30 and war torn and beaten down, and there's a difference between 30 and having the ability and the ring IQ of a guy like Tony. So I think Ness said it best. Tony's got to be the best version of himself, and when he shows up, that guy is very difficult to beat.
Right, I agree. I agree with Ness too, because Tony is a very skilled fighter. I think he's one of the most technically sound and very skilled fighters. My whole thing is what I'm going to be looking for from Tony, like I did on my prediction video, just the stamina, the endurance, and certain things like that. And if we get the best version of Tony, then that means, that'll be really good, and we could see, hopefully, like Ness was saying too, we could see him with a Charlo again and certain things like that, because he didn't lose against anybody. He lost against former champions, like you were saying too, Mario, like a Hurd and like a Charlo. So
except for Willie Nelson, he wasn't a fun. Didn't Willie Nelson upset him in Connecticut?
Well, yeah, not
Willie
Nelson, but Hurd and Charlo. Yeah.
Still, Willie Nelson had good momentum
right.
coming into there.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that was a
Speaking
tough
of
fight.
Charlo, Willie Nelson, since we're on it, I don't mean to cut you off. Did we get the Boston Jarrett super chat who says Jamel Charlo gets zero respect? How he is not in the Nightmare Slayer top 3 pound for pound? He's arguably fought the toughest strength of schedule in boxing.
Yeah, he said Mel, right? He's talking about Mel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think that he's right, but I also think that the great thing about Mel's career right now is he's going to get the opportunity. Like, most people talk about being the best of their division. Most people, make these kinds of claims, but Mel is going to get his opportunity to show it, against Brian Castano. And you can make that argument that he should have already, people should be believers, but this is that chance. July 17th on Showtime.
It's going to be, listen, man, this fight is going to live up to its hype because Castano's going to come forward and Jamal's an aggressive forward-coming fighter. Only explosion, man. I'm definitely looking to see a knockout in this fight, which is going to be great, and it's not on pay-per-view, so even better, man.
Word.
For the type of fight this is going to be with what the stakes that are on the line, massive, man. I'm loving it.
Yo, you see your man Berto with Jake, right? He out there with Jake and with BJ Penn. Flores.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he team Jake, man.
All day.
I thought I saw Rosario in a fight on the Showtime schedule, and I don't see it here.
He is with Erickson Lubin. He on the undercard.
Lubin, that's right. Lubin, that's who he's fighting. Okay.
He on the undercard of the pay-per-view, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, it's listen, and just to top it off, because I know we'll probably go over this more tomorrow. I just do want to make a point that Nordine Albali is fighting. Yeah. Ubali, whatever. Is going to be fighting Nonito Donaire. Now this is they're going to fight May 29th in a Showtime triple header. This is a fight that was supposed to happen. Both guys were supposed to fight last year, I think in the summer, if I'm not mistaken. And then what happened was, to be honest with you, I don't remember. I know that one of them ended up having to pull out. It was Obali. I don't remember why. And then Donaire got a replacement opponent. And then Donaire ended up having to pull out, and two random dudes ended up fighting. But yeah, this is their chance to finally get in the ring with each other. This is a good fight on paper. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yo, did you say whatever? Cause you're going for Nonito Donaire.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I do hope Donaire wins it. I mean, I don't listen, Obali's a 2-time Olympian.
I like that
France.
kid. We were down there with Ness when Rigondeaux was training.
Man, that dude lost to fucking Rashid Warren years ago, man. Let's stop playing with these games.
He beat Rashid Warren on pay. Yeah, he won that fight.
Didn't he lose the rematch for the belt?
No.
What?
No. He beat Rashid Warren.
And they didn't have a rematch and he lost.
No.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, no. I don't know who you're talking about, but it's for some reason that sounds familiar of a Rashid Warren opponent. But no, not Obali. He beat him. Obali's undefeated. 17-0, sorry, with 12 KOs. Like I said, 2-time Olympian, 2008 and 2012 class. And yeah, man, this is going to be his third defense since winning it against Rasheed Warren back in January of 2019. So, the only problem is that, that he hasn't been super active. Like, Bali hasn't fought since November 2019, and he beat Takuma Inoue. That's the Monster's brother. Yeah, Inoue's brother. So he beat him, and then he beat Rasheed Warren. He beat Luis Melendez. He's got some decent names on the resume, but he's more of like the eye test guy. You see him, he is very talented. Southpaw, 34 years old, brings a ton of experience despite being 17-0. Yeah, it's going to be a good fight. I think the Showtime schedule is terrific. I love it. I pay for Showtime, and I am happy with my purchase right now. Even the Colbert-Gamboa fight, like, that's a good fight. I like Chris Colbert and Yurikis Gamboa. First of all, on paper, it's a great fight. I mean, that's going to be so much fun to see two guys who have such impressive slow twitch, fast twitch muscle. Ability. They're both really athletic. They can both do things in the ring. I can't imagine what this fight's going to look like. It's going to be great. And if Colbert were to get the win against a name like Gamboa, it will propel him in a very tied up super featherweight division. And it is for a WBA super featherweight interim title. So, we'll see how that ends up working out. The other one we didn't talk about was David Benavidez and Uzcategui. Wait, how do you say it? Uzcategui. Thank you, Francis. So, yeah, those were the fights that round out the Showtime card.
How Charlo fighting Montiel and Benavidez fighting Uzcategui instead? They should have put Montiel and Uzcategui together and gave us Benavidez and fucking Charlo. Out here
word
playing super games with us, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's a tough. That Montiel Charlo fight's tough.
Yo, it goes back to that, like, marination, like, just fight each other. Fight each other. Everybody's trying to protect their investment.
I gotta look after my investment.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Montiel's coming off the back of the Kirkland win, so I understand why he's in, demand or why they think it makes sense. A Mexican fighter, from Sinaloa, Mexico, coming in, off the back of a Kirkland win. It's, I get it. Did it in Los Angeles. On paper, it looks like an intriguing fight, to somebody who doesn't understand, where Jamal Charlo is trying to get into his career and where he feels he belongs.
But
I got a quick question for the panel. So who do you guys feel is the most skilled out of the Charlo twins? Do you feel like it's Jermell or Jamal?
Ooh, I'm not part of that conversation. I think they're both equally talented. And
they're twins.
He hit the exit button quick.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying. I
was just curious. I just
think they're equally talented and haven't been given the same opportunities. That's how we get to tell who's better than the other one. Not just by guessing. Not to say that y'all gonna make a guess. I'm just saying, without any hard data of Jamal getting in the same types of fights Jamel's been in, it's kind of hard to say. But
I actually think that's what makes it easy to say is that we can say one of them, could be the undisputed champion. Like, that person has to get the edge. But I understand what Nessa's point is that it's unfair to just compare them because, if Maul was able to get a shot at all the titleists, would he be the undisputed champion? You know what I'm saying? So it's tough.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it ain't like Jamel fought a bunch of sexy names. He beat his mandatory in Lubin. We were just hyped on Lubin. He was signed to Mike. He was this guy. He talked the talk. He was knocking dudes out, but you beat your mandatory. You just got extra hype for beating your mandatory. And then, you fought the dude that beat the man. Like, he had all the belts. So, Jamel is no different than Crawford's run. Like, he's beaten the champions that's there. You know, neither one having done they don't got that career defining fight. Like, yeah, the history books will remember Jason Rosario and Jermell Charlo unifying and Jamel winning, but 5 years from now, is Rosario going to be remembered? The way that Laura's been able to last the test of time. And look at Vanez. People don't even talk about Vanez no more. We've been mentioning Willie Nelson's name around here only because of Andrade, and we're trying to Andrade asked for our help in the Brian Custer interview, and we've been trying to get behind him, as he said. But we don't talk about Willie Nelson around here. It's dudes that get forgotten, a la James Kirkland. You know what I mean? Dudes get forgotten. Ponce de Leon, we don't talk about him no more. And these are these are Eric Morales. When the last time somebody said, "Oh wow, he reminds me of Morales," or "I miss Morales," or anything? It's just you gotta really do something to be mentioned like Mayweather and Pacquiao on a day-to-day basis. That shit ain't happening. So, you know, these dudes don't have that big fight yet. It's dude, if people think that Callum Smith is nobody and Billy Joe is nobody, then then what are we talking about, right?
I hear you.
What's anyone
I keep mine
done?
short and sweet. Who's better out of the twins? Look, that's a question that's basically where Ness was going with it. What have they done individually in their careers with the opponents they faced? So I'll just make it short and sweet. Jamal has more knockouts, so I'll go with Jamal. Numbers. They can't get mad at me for the numbers.
Well, we got a super chat from Cannabis Cove who says Gervonta Tank Davis only fights for regular titles. Corny. And facts are Gervonta Davis fought for regular titles. It's true. He first fought for the first WBA regular title versus Quellar, and then they stripped Mercado of the super champion status, gave it to Gervonta. So he fought for a regular and was elevated to super. And then he fought a second regular belt versus obviously busted Achilles Gamboa for another regular belt at 135, and now he's going to fight for another regular belt at 140 versus Barrios. So he, if he wins in this pay-per-view versus Barrios, he'll be a 3-time regular champion of the WBA, and it's evident that the PBC's in bed with the WBA by the way that Gervonta has been winning titles. Gervonta is a 2-division champion, but he's a 4-time belt holder. If you give him the automatic win versus Barrios, he beat Pedraza for the IBF, and then he's fought or fighting a total of 3 WBAs with Barrios included.
Or breakdown.
No, just giving y'all the facts. You know what I'm saying?
Breakdown.
Those were definitely facts.
Class is dismissed, guys.
Remember to do your homework.
Okay.
Yeah, it always sucks. I never understood why they took the super belt from Machado. But anyway, let's go out to these callers. We got a few callers here.
Did you get Boston Jaredness? I might have missed you reading it.
Yeah. I read that one about the zero respect.
Yes, sir.
That's what got us into the Jamel Charlo conversation. All right. So Intrigue. I see you on the line. Is you rocking out?
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical.
Hey, shout out to El Camino. Yo, Intrigue, you ain't give me a notification. What's up? You good? All right, I'm gonna try and go with your intro because I don't see what you're saying.
I said this bitch on fire hotter than a throwaway. I need my money now. No extra days. Your time's up, coons ready. Ain't no other way. It ain't no other way. That's all I got. I say what I mean, do what I say. I pray my chopper bullets don't spray. If you
What's up? What's up? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How y'all doing, man? Y'all good?
We good.
We good, Champy.
Yeah, man. That was a cool interview with Virgil, man. You know, I like that guy. I like that guy personality, man. You know what I mean? You know, I'm the little talent scout, man, and I was always big on Boots, Ortiz, Brandon Lee. And then I saw a fight. I just can't remember what fight it was with Ortiz, and I got off of him. You know what I mean? He's still a good fighter, but what I want to happen is I want Thurman to fight Ortiz next. I want him to go ahead and take his head off, to kill these man clowns, you know, because that's what all the narrative is running. They want Thurman to fight Boots, but I want Thurman to fight Ortiz. Go ahead and take his head off, and he'll be right back in the conversation for a title shot. That's my thing. But as far as the question that I asked him, he answered it like I thought he was going to answer it. I mean, that dude's a classy dude, man. I give respect to him. You know what I mean? I just don't think he what everybody's saying he is. But, you know, that's my opinion. And but y'all keep it up, man. Good interview, good show, man. Much love.
All right.
Much love, champ.
We got Jay Spades with a super chat that says, with all the love Canelo has been showing as of late, would you ever consider training under Eddie Reynoso? And that was a question for Virgil. But Jay Spades, you have to either join Patreon and ask your question on the Patreon post, or your question has to be equivalent to the Patreon post, because that's what these guys sign up to Patreon for, to get to ask their question to our guests. We're going to Antonio in Albany. Talk to me.
Hey man, what's going on? Yo, real quick, man. So, oh no, man, working up, man. Yo, get that workout in, man. All day, every day. But anyways, so yeah, this weekend, Andrade better look good, man. I'm telling you, he better look good, because if he don't, man, he's just gonna be nowhere later on in boxing. No one's gonna talk about him, man. So Willie is looking shit. He look diesel as fuck, ready like a rock, but hopefully Andrade could just knock him out, look good, and that's it. But anyways, good show, man. I'm gonna keep listening, and yeah, man.
So what you working out right now?
Boys. Yeah.
Okay, champ.
I got a home gym.
When you signing up the Border Wars, man?
Real talk though. Yo, you keep talking about this one guy that fights around, or that's around 5'8", around 170. Ain't got no fighter or anything like that.
170 ain't got no fight.
170. Who that?
Are you talking about?
Maybe you said 5'7", but I'm like a little bit over 5'8".
I've been saying 5'7", 230 though. He a heavyweight, not no 170.
I mean, I'm about 178, 179. I've been boxing. Back in the day, I'm 32 right now, but back in the day, I just been sparring and a couple of rounds here and there, training all that, and all that. But let me ask you a quick question though: is it only $200, or like what comes involved in the package or whatever like that? Because I ain't trying to just spend $200, and obviously you got paid for flight and all that, right?
Yeah, so your $200 obviously is going to get your fight recorded, commentated. You're going to get interviewed on the show. And you're also going to receive Everlast 16-ounce gloves, Everlast Evercool headgear, plus Bravos waist protector to take home, plus other goodie bags. There's usually shirts there. We've had medallions, obviously, for winners.
Plus
WBC
that goes to the referee safety protocols. I mean, there's like a lot of stuff that that we do to keep everyone safe, and so that's part of it all.
No, but real quick though, you actually get to keep all the equipment, right? You said winnings and all that.
I ain't say winning. I said Everlast for Everlast headgear.
Oh, Everlast. Yeah. But you can get to keep all that shit, obviously, right?
Of course, you take it home. Unlike the amateurs.
All right, man. I'm gonna look into it, man. I'll stay posted on the podcast and all that,
All right,
so I'll stay posted.
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
Yes, sir, man. Listen, if there's anybody out there on the fence, we are going to be in Watertown, Wisconsin. It is going to be Border Wars 11. It's going down. Even Mario's on it. He's looking for redemption. We got a big main event with Marcus Robert Johnson taking on our very own self-proclaimed #1 pound-for-pound Corey Frank from Beaumont, Texas. Then we got the Battle of the Heavyweights, man. Big Smoke him out.
90 seconds.
Got himself a heavyweight fight. Tank is back after his big knockout over Sony. Got himself a heavyweight fight. I got Xavier Coleman trying to make his debut in the heavyweight division. I've been talking to some dudes whose names will remain nameless until that 200 hit the bank account and we can promote. If not, we definitely got ourselves a Friday unguarded with Smoke 'em Out Jay, a Monday unguarded with
60 seconds.
Sean Mission Impossible, and right now we got
and
ourselves,
more to come.
And right now we got ourselves a call.
Yo, hit him with the alarm, Ness. It looks like Brose has become a member. Welcome to the contender level.
Yo, first of all, before you get an alarm, Bros, because that's Brose, probably Bros from Texas, who we've been waiting to come to Border Wars for like 5. You about to be the new Robert Ortiz. We've been waiting on you for like 5 seasons. You supposed to have
Hey, what happened?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Let's go out to Seattle, Washington. Dom.
Mr. PBC, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
10 seconds.
Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife. Cut the bullshit up. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Yo, man. What's up, TBV? A lot of fights happening this weekend. I can't wait to see what Demetrius Andrade does. Can't wait to see what Ben Askren does. I can't wait, man. So is Triller going to be like pay-per-view on an app or?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's on the Triller app?
Mm-hmm. But they also have it on the cable. They also have it on cable. Like
yeah, last time I ordered it on the cable.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, Virgil Ortiz, shout out to him, man. Hopefully hear what his big announcement is since he's about to get paid big. I would like to see him against Jamal James or somebody in the rankings. Maybe Keith Thurman, if that's possible. And shout out to Billy Joe Sanders. And I don't think Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury is really going to happen like it's going to happen. I could have swore the deadline date was just like Tuesday or some shit. But that's my call, man.
All right. We got a bunch of callers on Blog Talk. If you don't press 1, we can't go to you. And I think that is all the super chats. Do we want to go over these announcements one more time in case we left out any fights? Luis Nery versus Brandon Figueroa, the brother of Omar Figueroa, for Luis Nery's WBC Super Bantam World Weight Championship. I wonder if they're going to try to unify with Brandon's WBA regular title. We got Nordine Abu Ali taking on Nonito. I'm not ready to retire Donaire.
Why would he?
Huh?
Why? His name is Nonito. Why would he retire Donaire?
Exactly. Why would I? These young guys can't get rid of me. We got Jamal. I'll fight anybody. Charlo. The WBC champion, and he's gonna be taking on
the Kirkland killer,
Juan Malciel El Furioso Montier.
Yo, he sounded like when an action movie in Spanish is about to get.
They need to sign Ness up to help with the promotion.
This is not the son of a legend, but the nephew of a legend. The great Fernando Montiel, who was actually knocked out by earlier mentioned Nonito Donare.
By the latter.
The latter mentioned Nonito Donare.
The latter mentioned Nonito Donare. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah. And real quick, just to add, the Luis Neri, Brandon Figueroa, May 15th that Ness said, the winner of that fight, this is on the Showtime schedule, will fight Stephen Fulton Jr. September 11th. This is on the schedule. This isn't a maybe. This isn't a maybe, we'll do negotiate. No, this is set. The winner will fight Fulton.
And it's going to be for a unification.
Yeah, he on his way. He's trying to undispute that division. That's what he done told the whole team and everybody. That's the goal. We're not trying to move up until we get all them belts and do something that's never been done at the division. So shout out to Cool Boy Steph, $100 billion man. Huh?
What weight is Fulton? 118 then?
122, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
no, he's 122. Yeah, that's the super bantamweight. Yeah. You're right. Mm-hmm.
Look at him in the comment section saying, "Can't be stopped. I will be unified."
Telling you.
Oh, is he there?
He's in the Showtime. I'm screen sharing the sketch. So then you got the pay-per-view, which is probably worth it because, Tank's daring to be great, moving up 2 divisions. His last fight was actually at 130. And then you got Erickson Lubin in his return. He's back on his title chase after being hit on the reset button by Jermell Charlo, not to be confused with Jamal Charlo, who's fighting June 19th versus Juan Maciel El Furioso Montier. And then we have Chris Colbert, who's going to be taking on Yurokis Gamboa, not to be confused with Gamboa facing Gervonta Davis or Devin Haney. Those 2 guys were world champions. Chris Colbert is not. This is a totally different fight for Colbert. This is the coming out party for Colbert to show what he can do with a guy that's been in the ring with other world champions like Terrence Bud Crawford, like Gervonta, the big puncher Davis, like whoever just fought Gamboa, Devin, WBC champion, Vasil Duktum, Lomachenko, whatever belt. Yeah, him. So that's for the WBA super featherweight interim title that Chris Colbert holds. All right. Then we got Jermell Charlo, who we were talking about earlier. He's in the junior middleweight division, 154 pounds, July 17th. He's going to be taking on Brian Castano from Argentina. Big puncher. A lot of come forward action. If Charlo, look, it's so early to call this, but I mean, the dude could box. You guys got to remember, before he got with Derek James, he was with Ronnie Shields. He was a boxer, knows how to move. So he could use the ring to just clearly outbox Castano till he tires himself out. But he's also a puncher in his own right, and he can just pop, 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 and it's over.
Pop, pop, pop.
Then we got the return of my favorite grandfather, Guillermo. I'm so old, I need Botox in my forehead. Nah, I'm joking. Casimero-Rigondeaux, man.
Dog.
What? Nah, he's going to win. He's going to win.
You the other day were talking about, let's hype up all the, dudes in their 40s that have, been.
And that's why I'm picking him.
Okay.
I'm picking him.
I thought you sound a little disrespectful.
I'm picking him because this fight is actually in his weight class. This fight's for a belt, so he's not going to feel forced to fight for the networks. He's going to be forced to fight for the belt because then the networks got to bring him back. So he's just going to outbox this kid. This kid's all power. He's never been in the ring with someone with the dance shoes of a Casimero-Rigondeaux. Now, yes, could Guillermo get old overnight? Yeah, but I mean, his timing, his one-punch counter-punching ability, I mean, he got one punch. Like, he just hits you and you just change your whole mind. Like, go watch the Donaire fight. But yeah, Rigo, Casimero, WBO bantamweight title on the line. Plus, I believe Rigo has like the IBO and the WBA regular. Then David Benavidez is in a super middleweight title eliminator for the WBC, held by Canelo Alvarez.
Was held by David Benavidez.
Yeah, he let that go. So he's going to be fighting Uztatagi, who was a former champion of the IBF and lost his belt to Keller Plant, who Benavidez actually wanted to fight. So a lot of building up here in the second quarter of the Showtime schedule. And then last but not least, Mario already told you about Stephen Fulton patiently waiting for the winner of Neary all the way in September. So he's out
he
the race.
must be getting an in-between fight because that's going to be a lot. I mean,
He's on the schedule for September 11th.
Yeah, I know. I was wondering if, like, you know, he fought in February. So I mean, February is that a long enough layoff, or is that okay? Because seeing that these guys are gonna fight then and then fight then, so one's gonna be a little bit more active than the other, right? The winner of Neary versus Figueroa. Wouldn't you guys say that?
I just hope.
Yeah.
I hope Rigo upsets y'all boy, man. That's what Rigo need. He need a good upset, you know.
Yeah, listen, I think that makes sense, Francis. If that's the kind of advice I'd expect for somebody who cares about Stephen Fulton to give. That said, I don't think it's necessary I don't think it's like make or break, because he fought Angelo Leo back in January. I know that's kind of a stretch for September, but you know, he's a young kid, 26 years old. I don't think it's not going to affect him as much as, I would be more worried about, some of the older guys that are coming back that haven't fought in a while. But if he were to take a fight in between, I would be surprised, but I don't think it would be dumb. But I don't think he will.
Hey guys, okay, I'm about to go. So
you're bouncing out. Don't forget to give your social media.
Yeah. Okay, your YouTube channel.
Yep, so it's the Queen, Micah K. You already know what it is. Detroit stand up. So make sure when you go to my YouTube, it's Afternoon Sports Slay. Not all together, because a couple of you keep asking me about this, and I don't understand. It's just Afternoon Space, then Sports, then Slay. Then my IG is at MK Sports Slay. So that's MK Sports Slay. And my Twitter. Listen, I really love Twitter. I'm not the biggest social media. I'm getting better with my social media. So nobody gets mad at me when I'm not answering. I'm trying to get better. I know I'm in the field, so I got to do better with social media. So listen, it's all IG and Twitter at MK Sports Slay, and YouTube is Afternoon Sports Slay. Once again, I know this is a boxing channel, but the Lakers are on right now. I got to get my bite. I got to balance it out.
That's my team right there.
Yeah, so I appreciate you guys. I appreciate Ness TVV. You will see me every Thursday as long as Ness and the Boxing Voice has me.
And
okay?
You catch her on the court. If your girl know how to play, to play ball, bring her out so Micah K could cut her up.
Listen, I'll come to Florida, get where the ladies at. We definitely need more women anyway. The Boxing Voice. Listen, fellas, bring the ladies out. Listen, 3-on-3, I'll come, or even commentate, if the ladies don't want to hoop, but I'll definitely try to come and, try to, put the Iversons or the Jays on real quick.
Damn.
Let's go.
All right, guys.
Detroit
thank you.
City.
They gonna have to send their best fighter for the champ.
So, looks like we got a call of Mario. Who's that?
I'm sorry. I thought we was I didn't know it was anybody. 9-1. So let me see. That is Mr. Enrique?
What?
No, I'm sorry. That is not Enrique. That's Getty in Harlem.
Greatness.
Stand up. Greatness.
Yo, greatness, man. Where you been at, man?
Yo, blessed, man. Blessed. How we living, y'all, man?
Blessed, man. We like, yo, the fight we never had. That's how I'm thinking. Like, yo, the fight I never had. Right, Francis? Like the southpaw.
Absolutely.
The southpaw that never got.
Great minds think alike, man. That's a fact.
The southpaw that never got to debut. Like, what's going on, man? When's the return? Like, what? I moved out of Jersey and you lost your ambition?
You could say that, man. You got the right to say that, man. We still striving, man, for sure, man. We still getting things in order, but it's on the list, man. It's on the list. I got to get back into the groove, man.
Oh, man. So you've been out the gym completely, is what you're trying to tell us?
Type of time, man. Type of time. My gym moved. They moved further deep. You feel what I'm saying? But we gonna get back. We still got to get back, man. Like I told you before, that don't count me out, man. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm trying to count you in. That's why I'm talking to you. I'm trying to count you in, not out. Oh. Trying to get you on the biggest card in Border Wars history, man.
Type of time, man. Type of time. Yeah. Speaking of that, man. You info. I know you out there, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Francis, dude. You know what I'm saying? Y'all and DPE, man. Y'all put together a fire app, because the app plays even when I get off the app. But that was fire to me, and just listening to the commentator between the fight, the interviews, and then I'll just go right into the fight when the fight come on. So I thought that was fire. And the whole production, that wide shot got it looking like the new ES game, the ES News game or something like that. The production was definitely fire, man. Shout out to all the fighters too, man. For sure, health is first.
We can't wait to see you under the lights, man. We can't wait to see that Southpaw killer under the lights.
All of the lights.
Absolutely, man.
Yo, Bud in camp, man. He done posted pictures in the mountains running, and now he posting doing sit-ups. Who they got lined up for him, man? We hear you, greatness. What up? Shout out to who?
All right. Yeah, my fault. I thought that had cut me off. My fault. I thought I got cut off. But yo, man, it's shout out to Jamel Charlo, man. I didn't even know he was fighting this weekend. Shout out to Jerron Ennis too, man. I missed this fight too, man. I'm tight about that. But shout out to him. You feel what I'm saying? I'm definitely looking for Charlo to become undisputed. I know I forget the sister's name. She asked the question about who's better between the two. I don't think that they better. I just think that they that's an excellent dynamic of twins with two different styles, and I think that those two different styles get better because they compete with each other. They challenge each other to make each other better. You know what I'm saying? And it's looking like we got some real good boxing, man. And intrigued, I'm with you with Keith Thurman too, man. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Keith Thurman, because when I started watching boxing, Keith Thurman was that guy, man. So let's make things happen.
Yo, I hate the way they be talking about my man bro, in the past tense, man. It's like, yo, Keith, where you at, man? They ain't even announced Keith, man. Why they ain't announced Keith, man?
And Keith said he ain't fighting till after June. So I mean, what's going on, man?
Why they ain't announced my mans, bro? Whatever, bro.
Are we getting Keith versus Josecito Lopez too? Is that what's happening?
Bro, you might, because everybody ducking him. You know who
we might get that second fight.
You know who he want, and he ain't getting who he want, man. He ain't getting who he want. Yo, super chat, man. Go ahead.
Yo, Intrigue, bro. Oh man, nah, Bud ain't in camp. He in the boxer protection program that hides boxers known for ducking. Double duck emoji. Call him the Buttinator. Keith. Yeah, that was.
Whoa. All right, y'all. Pre-pro up. Look at this shit I found. Shout out to Sonny Conso out here.
Knocking guys out.
Wow, man. Yo, but that's everybody, right? That is everybody. If you don't hit one, we ain't going to be able to let you on Blog Talk, Nest GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch us on the next one. Praying Mantis, what it do?
Yo, you already know, man. Don't forget, June 12th, Watertown, Wisconsin. What's happening? Border Wars 11. Where? It's at the bar, man. 400 to 500 people going to be in the building. You're going to be able to get your drinks, get your food, you know what I'm saying? Tableside service. Also, if you like to, you know what I'm saying, enjoy a little bit of the herbs, you can go outside and do that, and you're not missing anything. Also, don't forget, it's going to be live stream on the BPE network. Yes, so if you can't be in the building, you just got to click, boop, get your app, Get it popping, put it on the projector, put it on your iPad, put it on your laptop, put it on your TV, wherever you want to be, you know what I'm saying? Get a bunch of people together, have a fight party, and rock out with us, man. We'd appreciate it so very much. Shout out to all the sponsors that's a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Protect yourself at all times, allowing our fighters to have, you know what I'm saying, protection with their headgear and 16-ounce glove. Bravos with the waist protectors. We appreciate everybody who's stepping up to the plate and making this happen. Shout out to you.
Real quick. Intrigue, yo.
Hey, Francis, why you be hating on Thurman, man? You be hating on Thurman a lot.
Because he an Earl fan. You know that.
Yeah. Oh, he's a man clown. Because you know they done switch man down.
Man. You
hey,
tripping.
Look, Francis. You notice Earl don't say man down no more because man down has been changed to man clown. That's what y'all fanboys of Spence have changed his man clown mantra to man clowns.
I wish you would have the same energy for Keith Thurman getting a date. I just wish you would.
No, I get it. I mean, a lot of folks don't got a date. He said he fighting in the summer. Let's see. When the summer pass and go and he ain't fight, then I'm going to roast his ass. But it ain't passed yet. So let's just hold tight. It's only 2 months away. Let's just chill. But, hey, Ness, I just wanted to point this fact out. What's one of the biggest shows you done had in the last 2 months, viewership wise? I know you're looking at your analytics and your numbers. What show done had the biggest numbers? Because I'm pretty sure I know.
I don't know. I will have to check. Which one is it though?
I'm pretty sure it's the Keith Thurman show. I'm pretty sure it's the Keith Thurman show. It's in the top 3.
All right, let me see if I can find it.
Top 3
for what month? The last month you're saying?
For this year.
Oh, for this year. Well, it says Pacquiao versus Bud. Keith Thurman, yeah, you're right. Keith Thurman live.
There it is.
He top 2.
So for all the haters that's talking about Thurman ain't nothing, he's done and all this, y'all still watching and waiting to see what he's saying, man. He is still a fucking big draw.
I didn't say he wasn't entertaining. That's what Keith is known for, being entertaining. What we want to know Keith for is fighting.
Francis, Keith lost one fight to Manny Pacquiao, split decision, bro. Split decision.
You
was
haven't
injured
seen him
going
since.
into the fight. Now he had surgery.
And you
and
haven't
he got
seen
COVID.
him since. How do you come off a car accident and get a fight, man? And you got another date, bro.
About, man?
Come on, you on the same network, man.
That's the Sean Porter fight. What are you talking about? Car accident,
he's
man?
Too small,
you
man.
want the man clown fans done got rabies or something.
You hear yourself
shit
right
like
now.
that.
I don't think you hear yourself. You talk about man clown.
Man.
You sound like a man clown. You pom-pomming for a dude that don't got a date, bro.
You pom-pomming for a dude that hated.
I got Counterpunch PBC.
Counterpunch.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Baby Boots' favorite fan. Ugg Boots. Intrigue. Almost the Incredible. He's ridiculous, man. Keith Thurman called one time.
Why you call them Ugg boots, bro? You tripping?
Keith Thurman is known as one time. And the last time he called in, I'm done with him. The fact that he didn't really make a fight, I don't know. I'm not on the train no more. Keith, one time is in the past. I'm looking for the future. And Boots definitely ain't the future. Spence, Crawford, they done more than Keith done to his hair. That's my call.
Intrigue counter.
Hey man, don't interrupt me, Francis. You campaigning for a dude. A dude that say, "Hey man, I've been wanting to fight you. I want to fight you since I've been 15-0. I wanted to fight you." Dude didn't fight him. He got mad. His fans went and created a narrative about why this dude didn't fight him. Now when he got the power in his hands and able to fight the dude and beat the dude ass, retire this dude, send his ass into submission, he says, "I ain't gonna never fight him ever. I'm never gonna fight him. I'm never gonna fight him." That is some bitch ass shit, and you riding with a bitch ass nigga. That's all I wanted to say.
and I know you can do it, man. You got the.
A bitch that's getting fights. He's the unified, about to be third belt unified, on his way to undisputed. Are you not hearing yourself? You're riding with somebody's car who's not moving. So you're a bum on the side of the street. You need a ride. Do you want me to pick you up on the way by as we on our way to something that's important? Because right now you're stalled. You're a stalled vehicle. Matter of fact, you need to check a fucking mechanic.
Listen, this beyond me.
Yo, we really out. Francis did his outro. Do me. Your turn.
I'm out.
Call him out. Hey, and this is the Boxing Voice. If you just stumbled upon the channel and you love what you were listening to, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to know when we're going live, hit that bell, because if it ain't shaking, Ness is Shinobi-ing the shit out of me.
Francis, intrigues.
Yeah, you know what it is.
He's back like John Wick.
Intrigue.
He's a stalled vehicle, right? That means that vehicle's not moving anymore. Fight the motherfucker then. Put him out of misery. Take that motherfucker off the road, bro. Don't come on this bitch talking about, I'm never going to fight him. I don't want to hear no boxers, even the boxers I don't like and think will lose. I don't want to hear them saying they don't want to fight somebody they was calling out for 5 fucking years. Fight the motherfucker, beat his ass, send his ass to the motherfucking dirt, and then talk your shit. Don't come up in this bitch, oh, I'm the big fish now. I ain't got to fight him, man. That's some pussy shit. Shut that soft shit up, Francis.
See, what you don't understand is that now I know you're a real stalled vehicle, because we're not a fucking tow truck. We're a luxury Rolls Royce rolling by. Do you need a ride? Because right now you need a tow truck, man. You need a tune-up. Tune up before you, man. Stop. Listen, man. Stop playing, man. Dragging. Stop it, man. Stop it. Cause listen, we was never stalled. Don't forget that. We was on our way up. You stalled. The momentum never stopped. It just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. The last time I checked, Keith Thurman did what he did with the whole TV thing. I love that. But 3 pay-per-views back to back, about to be 4. Man, take your left and your right hand and slap yourself, man. Talking about some pussy shit.
We got counterpunch from Mr. PBC.
Counterpunch.
I'm with Francis on this. Intrigue's favorite fighters. One got 27 fights, same amount of fights Earl Spence got. He's a pro. He's been a pro since 2016, Baby Boots. And Keith Thurman, he broke his arm. He couldn't play the flute. He was at the casino gambling $21. He fought Manny Pacquiao, tripped over a banana. It's one time for a reason, and it's always going to be one time for a reason. Come on, Intrigue. You gotta get somewhere with boxing. You gotta be a real boxing fan. Know that your boy Boots got 27 fights. He's been in pro since 2016. Why didn't he call out anybody?
Cut it. Intrigue. Counterpunch.
Two counterpunches. This is first for Francis. He said pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Numbers don't lie. Don't interrupt me. If you look at the numbers for all Errol Spence pay-per-views, what's one common trend that's going on with all of his pay-per-views? They're going down. Everyone is less than the last one. He's not a pay-per-view star. So if you want to hold on to your horse, keep on and watch. If he fight Ugas on pay-per-view, it's going down. Mr. PBC, last time I checked, your favorite fighter is Chris Colbert, and you're on record on the back call saying Chris Colbert is going to 147 and he's beating everybody. Last time I checked, Chris Colbert ain't fought no goddamn body. He over there fighting in Mexico.
Chris Colbert ain't fighting no man.
He's tripping. That's how I know he's tripping.
I'm just fucking with him. He be saying Boots is fighting. Nah, my time ain't up. I finished before my time. He be saying Boots is fighting in Mexico. So I was just trolling him back on that. That I know he ain't fighting in Mexico, and Boots ain't fighting in Mexico. But that was an inside thing. You don't know nothing about that, Francis. I'm just gonna say that.
Say you ain't privy to that joke, Champy.
Yeah, okay, that's okay. So, you ready for me? Yeah, so how much, Ness, how much pay-per-views have Keith Thurman done?
One.
He's done one
Okay,
with
so again, intrigue. Take your left and your right hand and just slap yourself, man. Because you're drinking tonight. Because if you add up all 3 pay-per-views together, man, stop playing with me, man. He only did one. He's about to do another one. Keith don't have a date. Ness, I don't want to hear you right now. This is not your turn. I don't want to tell you. I don't want to hear nothing from you. You understand? I don't want to hear nothing from you. When he gets a date, first of all, must says pay-per-view. Is he ever going to see pay-per-view again? Oh, maybe when Earl gives him a shot, he'll see pay-per-view again. That's about it, man. Slow down. Slow down. Just have your fighter ask properly, and maybe he'll get a fight. Matter of fact, you know what? I rate Keith Thurman. I don't know why the tables turned, but he was Al Heyman's fighter. Now it's EJ making the money, driving the vehicle, man. Stop playing with us, man. You I don't even know if you're in the car anymore.
Damn, he said your car got towed by AAA.
Well,
yeah.
We got a counterpunch from Intrigue.
Damn, he's throwing shovel uppercuts up the middle.
Hey, you know what's funny is that Earl Spencer's had 3 pay-per-views, right? Am I wrong?
You're
3
correct.
pay-per-views, right?
Three. But that's also history. No one's ever done that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Good for Spence. Thurman's had 1 pay-per-view. If you add up the total amount of pay-per-view buys, I think Earl Spencer's probably 200 pay-per-view buys over Keith Thurman's 1 pay-per-view.
200,000, not 200.
Yeah, 200,000, 200K. That's what I mean. 200K, and that's bad. From 1 pay-per-view, you've had 3 pay-per-views, and you're only 200,000 buys over this dude. What is that saying? Somebody's not as big as you think he is, brother. And I think you got some of them scratch and sniff posters like them bud tenders got, buddy.
You done? Yo, listen, let me tell you something, man. You're talking about Earl, who fought a common opponent that Thurman fought, but it wasn't on pay-per-view. But he was able, because of his stardom, to take it to pay-per-view to get them a front and a back end bag. So slow down. We'll leave it right there. It took a legend to get you on pay-per-view, man. Slow down. Manny Pacquiao, Senator Manny Pacquiao came with his fans from the Philippines and all over America, and they supported. Listen, it took Manny Pacquiao. So you got to come again. Again, you took another L, come again.
We got super chats from bros. One was just sending love. Another one saying, Doomy, I ain't drop out no fight. My opposition ducked me. Next border wars in Texas. Line them up. Smoke emoji, looking emoji. So, yeah. Yo, you should come out this one, man. Get yourself a little Wisconsin. Fight in front of everybody. But Intrigue got a counterpunch. Intrigue.
Yeah. You said that. I like this, though. You said that dude. You said Thurman didn't have a pay-per-view because he didn't. I mean, he wasn't a pay-per-view star. I mean, if and I know you're casual right now, because if you would have been following Thurman when he fought Porter and when he fought Garcia, those fights could have been on pay-per-view. Thurman went on interviews and said that he wanted to bring free boxing back to the people, like it was done back when Muhammad Ali and all the greats was fighting, to give the people a chance to see the fights. So if you know anything about boxing, Thurman chose to go that route, and that's some boss shit. He didn't choose to go and take it. He could have took a pay-per-view fight with both of those dudes at the time. Those fights did epic numbers on regular network television. Check your facts before you try to come swinging, bro. You're fighting with a real one.
Talk about casual. Bro, I already see. That's how I know you bro, maybe the slaps is making you hear and your ears is ringing. You're not hearing anything, because I already said that he did great things when he did the whole get on TV and try to make it happen. But we talking about pay-per-view. That's what we talking about, big leagues. You understand? That right there is taking it to another level. That's creating a lane. But we talking about a lane that's already being created, and we dominating that lane. We breaking records. That's what we talking about right now, having big fights. What are you not understanding? That's exactly what we're talking about. Keith Thurman being an a great fighter, having the opportunity to, if you wanted to, if the opportunity was there to be on pay-per-view. For whatever reason, it didn't happen. But how can you talk about a fighter on some pushes that's breaking records and paying fighters their highest paydays? What are you saying to me right now? And getting dates after a car accident, man. Dominating your same opponents better than you did. I mean, what are we talking about here, Intrigue?
Final round, fight!
Intrigue, you back?
Hey man. This dude is talking about Errol Spence is the pay-per-view star. That shit is hilarious. Errol Spence did 300,000 buys against Sean Porter. Errol Spence did 250,000 buys against Danny Garcia. And that dude is a pay-per-view star? What did Canelo do in his pay-per-views? That's a pay-per-view star, bruh. These Spence fans, bruh, they're ludicrous. And it's crazy.
But he had a bigger gate, though.
And it's a... No, don't interrupt me. It's a lot of y'all that's out here spinning these narratives that he's this big star because he sold more tickets in his last fights in his hometown than Canelo. Bruh, get out of here with that crap. Errol Spence's biggest fight was his fight for his life. That was his biggest fight. That's when he went viral, when he had an accident in a car, bro. No fight he has went viral. And that's facts. Facts hurt.
Absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. If you don't believe, Errol Spence's gate's been bigger. You tally the numbers. He's had one of the biggest gates, and we talking about paper. We talking about money. You understand? We talking about pay-per-view. That's what it's all about. Being on the big stage, people supporting, whether coming to the fights or clicking to watch. Same thing we're talking about for Border Wars. If you can't be in the building in Wisconsin, click it and watch it on BP Network. The same thing. You understand what I'm saying? Don't get it confused. But it's on different levels, different scales, different money. Now, if you talk about it right now, Danny Garcia is living a great, great life. If you look at him, he is looking like money after fighting Errol. Now, he looked like money before, but he looked like extra new money after fighting. Same thing like Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? Got that back. Mikey Garcia, let's not even talk about it. Doing big things, even though Mikey had money, but I'm talking about that money went to another level. Come on, man. Let's keep it real. You can't say that, oh, we're getting fascinated with the numbers. The numbers don't lie, man. They just don't. They don't. You don't put a person on pay-per-view if you're gonna lose money. That sounds stupid. Which businessman that makes millions is gonna put somebody to lose money? That sounds dumb.
Intrigue.
I didn't roll over and have them tickle my tummy. I love that term. It's a beautiful term.
Andy Ruiz's fight is on pay-per-view. I think you have been on record to say you don't think that pay-per-view is going to do good. They're putting it on pay-per-view. That's the point on that part. Secondly, Ness, I've been on record saying I want to fight in Border Wars. I said I want a bud tender, but I think I've changed my tune now. I think I want a man clown. I think I want Francis. Put Francis in there with me. It's main event. I'm knocking them out. I'm tired of these man clowns. That's my call. I'm done.
And you know what, Ness? This is why from a long time ago, Alex, I knew I was gifted with this. I didn't work for this. Because after a while, they can't talk boxing with me. They want to fight me. Go sit down somewhere, man, and get your boxing knowledge up. That's what you need to do, Intrigue. I understand. You couldn't take it to another level. Now you want to fight me, man. Come on, man. Stop all that. Cut that soft ass shit out. You got on your feelings real quick. You want to fight me?
Oh, that's soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up.
Drag
all that soft talk.
I want to fight a main event, man. Get up out of here, man. Y'all crazy.
Yo, he said come back. Yo, go for it, Intrigue.
You funny, Francis. That had me laughing too, man. That was a good one. But you know what, Francis, you step in the ring with me, your ass gonna be Canadian bacon, bro. I'm sizzling your ass.
Put him in the pan. He gonna sizzle.
Pan. You Canadian bacon, bro. But nah, I'm just saying I need an opponent. A lot of these bud tenders running, so I just thought I'd go to the man clowns, see if one of the man clowns want to step up. I saw you in the ring. You look good. I give you your props. I ain't a hater. I ain't one of them dudes. You know what I mean? You look good, man. Do your thing, man. But step in the ring with a true champ. I'm going to be one of them Keith Thurman dudes to represent in Border Wars. I'm knocking any and everybody out that step in the ring with me. And that's in the debates and in the ring. That's all I wanted to say.
Hey, no problem, man. Just as long as you know that, put some respect on my name when it comes to this boxing talk. And maybe one day I'm going to show you that whatever you're looking at, it ain't what it's seen. Ask Mikey Garcia the same way Earl told him what it's about. Don't be afraid what you're looking at.
Yo, we got Dom with a counterpunch.
Yo. I'm officially a butt tender now. It's funny how niggas go on this call and talk all this smack. I think Bud's career has done more than Keith Thurman's career. Keith Thurman.
Yo, wait. Yo, are you trying to like subliminally get your first Border Wars fight? Cause he said he want a bud tender. Now you like, yo, I'm a bud tender. Is that like a call out?
No, I'm just, like, it's just crazy. People coming at these butt tenders, and I got to defend somebody. We can't just come at them, and they're all in the bed, tucked in by their wife. It's not cool. I got Bud destroying Keith Thurman. I don't think Keith Thurman's ready. He obviously came on the show and said he wants a big fight, but he doesn't want a big fight. He wants a warm-up, but he doesn't want a warm-up. So, I don't think he's really ready for anything, and he might be done with the sport of boxing. It seems like he don't look like he got any juice in him still. He's juiced out, and I got Bud destroying him in 5 rounds. That's my call.
Intrigue.
I told you I'm the big fish, man. I done told you that. Buckle up, baby.
Francis, you lucky PBC say. Look, Mr. PBC is a dude that y'all listening to right now that said Chris Colbert could beat Mike Tyson. He thinks Chris Colbert can beat the world, man. He's a Chris Colbert fan, and I hurt his feelings, and I told him Brandon Lee would beat the shit out of Chris Colbert if they was to ever to fight at 140. So he's always going to go against me from now on. Mr. PBC, I feel for you, but Chris Colbert is not the goods like that, bro. I like him, but he ain't better than Brandon Lee. So that's just where Mr. PBC is coming in defending the bud tender. And I told Mr. PBC, going in the back call, he going at the bud tenders. He was fighting them every day, but he didn't listen to me. He didn't put his mask on. He caught diabetes, and now he just can't come back from it.
Yo, the diabetes is real.
It's over, fellas. Nest GTO. I think I've said that.
Big fish. You already know who it is, man. It's Francis the Praying Mantis all the way from Canada, man. Already talking this boxing talk right here on the TBV. You know what I'm saying? Right now, #1 podcast in the land. Don't forget to check it out. Border Wars 11 happening in June 12th, Watertown, Wisconsin. You can catch it live on BPE Network, or you can come in person at the bar, man. 400 to 500 people capacity. We also got the 3-on-3 basketball tournament. I promise by next week we're going to have a date so y'all can lace up your kicks. You know what I'm saying? Get your knees right. Rub your your knees on your back. Make sure everything is straight so you don't, you know what I'm saying, pull your back or, you know what I'm saying, twist your ankle. Ties your shoe up and get balling. That's going to be sometime in August. We're going to have the date. Also, the 3-City Tour, man. The 3-City Tour, come on out with us and rock out like how we doing right now. It will be live. You don't want to miss it. It'll be an amazing experience. Day will be coming very soon. What up, Ness?
Nah, man. I was going to say something when you said something, but, it's over now.
3-on-3 basketball tournament.
Oh, I was going to say you starting to sound like Eddie Hearn. I'm going to announce the date.
Yo.
My man said, I promise y'all, I'm going to announce the date.
So Francis, in 2 weeks?
Eddie Hearn over here, fellas. Yo, we out, man.
We out. Nothing else. This is the Boxing Voice. It's Nestor Gibbs. Doyen Francis and yours truly, Alex Doomsday Linus. Mario Mungia obviously went down the pipe as Mario does. And this is the Boxing Voice, man. If you guys like what you were listening to and just happened to stumble upon the show, we appreciate you. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. One of the ways you can support the channel. And if that bell ain't shaking, make sure you press it so you know when we're baking in the morning, lunch, and dinner. The Boxing Voice is always breaking news, and it's always a fun show. And if you're interested in the memberships, hit that link in the description, the join the membership link, and it'll take you over to the 3 tiers that we offer. You can take advantage of the exclusive footage that we offer on those tiers, as well as the badges and the emojis that you see on the chat. Become part of the TBV army. Have a laugh. Ness?
It ain't over. Intrigue's back.
Hold on. I gotta go put my sweet potato back in the oven.
Nah, he's just got 2 counter punches. Go ahead, Intrigue.
Counter punch.
No, I only got one. This.
Let's go,
it's real quick. It's only real quick. How much you weigh, Francis?
Damn, Francis, he trying to see if you light in the ass.
Well, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. None of your business. Why you want to know? What?
Oh, now he's really ducking. He don't even want to tell what weight class he's fighting.
I'm big fish. You gotta pay to know my weight. What you talking about?
You Pisces, so you little fish. I know you're a Pisces, so you're a little fish. Little fish. Little fish.
You a little fish.
Nah, I'm just messing with you because I'm a Pisces too. So you know what I mean.
Okay,
hey.
now I know. Now I understand. Now I get it. Now. Yeah, Pisces. Yeah, we definitely gonna get along. That treat my guy.
It's all good, man.
But if you get in the ring, though, you're still not knocking out a fly.
Love the show. Good show.
Thank you, brother. Thank you,
Bless, Intrigue.
Shout out to everybody. Catch us tomorrow. Peace.